Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Gamedom podcast. It is I, Dow, the returning Dow, here for episode 37, and I am back, as I from last week because I wasn't here last week. I am Derek, and Dennis did a good job hosting without my rambling self, and they managed to go under 3 hours, thankfully enough, because we are renowned pretty much for having long ass podcasts, just like me and Des were renowned for having long ass video blogs back in the day.
Yep.
So anyway, thank you for joining us once again. Alongside me once again is my Canadian buddy Denis. How are you doing this weekend, Denis?
Pretty good. I'm a bit sore. My arms are killing me because well, I'll get into it in a little bit here, but
You sick fuck. Were you fapping off again? Were you jerking off or
no,
something?
sadly
All day
no.
long?
No, it was a bit more painful than that. I played some Connect yesterday, and I think my arms are about to fall off anytime soon now. So if you hear something, that's probably my arms that fell off. So, but I'll get into that a little later. Why don't you go and introduce our second host?
Okay. And with me, of course, is Derek. Hello, Derek. How you doing?
Hello, good. I'm hunkered down to survive the snowstorm that we're having here. Nothing compared to the one out east, but we're supposed to get 6 to 10 inches or so. So traffic tomorrow is going to be really shitty.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are getting that snowstorm tomorrow, right?
No, it's snowing right now. It's supposed to
That's
snow
snowing right now. Okay.
until tomorrow sometime, I think.
Yeah, we got it Friday. Got Friday over here.
Is that is that the same snowstorm that they had out east that you got with they got
it's
2
not-
feet of snow?
No, it's not exactly the same. We got
Okay.
well, we work in centimeters, so we got maybe 10 to 15 centimeters of snow.
So like a foot anyway, though.
Yeah, pretty much a foot of snow. Maybe a little bit more than that. Blowing snow everywhere. So some areas you have no snow at all, and other areas you have like 2 feet. So it's kind of crappy that way. But hope you guys don't get too much.
Yeah, we'll
No,
see.
we're lucky. We're lucky here, pretty much anyway. Like we had it was pretty much a lot of snow around here on Tuesday, but eventually the rain melted it away. So it did, because there was a lot of rain. But like I seen it on the news here, because during the night though, when I'm at work, they on here that switch over to ABC News during the night shift on the TV here, BBC News, and then it goes to ABC News, and basically was talking about that whole blizzard. Basically, I hope everyone keeps safe now. East is getting really shit on these last few months. What with
Yeah.
fucking storm and all out there, and now the bloody blizzard.
They got Sandy. They got the blizzard. Well, blizzards. I guess 2 of them. So yeah. For them.
Yep.
Hope they're feeling. Hope they're doing well. That's for sure.
Yeah. Next year it'll be California and have an earthquake or
Yeah.
something.
Hope not.
Yeah, hopefully not though. But America gets shit on with a lot of those natural disasters and that anyway.
Yeah.
Just lucky where I live, that rarely ever happens. So.
Mhm.
So anyway, we'll be going through the same old, stuff this week. But from now on, unless we have something to talk about, mainly, we are not going to be doing what we've been watching anymore now. So, if you're saddened by that news, I'm sorry, but we'll probably be talking about certain series will be coming back again soon enough. If these guys are up for it, Game of Thrones, of course, I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, at the end of March. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get a little bit into that for sure.
Yeah, because we pretty much talked about it nearly every episode.
Yeah. Exactly.
When it was on last year, and I'll probably be doing the same because all of us watched that show and we pretty much really liked that show, and therefore we'll talk about it at length with spoilers. So stay tuned for that.
And Walking Dead starts back up tonight. So yay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the
yous can talk
snow
about
the
it
snow
probably-
might cut out our satellite though, so I might miss it.
Oh, that sucks. I'll see it
Just
tomorrow.
talk.
So over here.
just torrent it later.
Yeah. Exactly.
Satellite snow cut off the satellite. That's the
Torrent.
reason why I'm doing this. So anyway, we'll be getting into what we've been playing now, and then of course the long ass news section to round out end things off. There's plenty of news stories, so if you're looking forward to that, then
Get ready.
great, get ready. It'll be 2 hours of news probably.
Yeah.
Not really, but
Close
long
enough.
enough.
Close enough.
So anyway, I will go second. So
Okay.
So Dennis, what have you been playing?
All right. So I guess I'll start with when me and Derek finished the podcast last week. He went online to play the Saints Row DLC, and I joined in with him. We finished the what was the one we did? Gangsters in Space.
Yeah,
Was that one?
Yep.
Yeah. So we did the Gangsters in Space together. I think his Xbox crashed at one point, and we couldn't continue, right? Something
Yeah,
like that.
it froze, or the game froze, or something froze, and then I had to turn it off, and then made dinner and I played it again later. But
Yeah.
yep.
So we finished up Gangsters in Space, and then we just hung around with Burt Reynolds, just fucking up the city.
I'm sure that was a blast.
It was actually.
It was great.
Yeah. Well, we call him
had a
in. He
great
comes
time.
in his the car from Smoking the Bandit, the
Yeah.
Trans Am, the brown with all the detailing on it. I didn't even know that. That was cool.
That was
Yeah, and he just
fantastic.
he doesn't even have a gun. He just punches people. And he goes up to a tank and starts punching it.
That was great.
That's
Burt
awesome.
Reynolds don't need Burt Reynolds don't need no guns. Just uses his fists and they do all the talking.
Yeah, exactly.
And he hardly ever died compared to the other chick that some random person that we called in.
Yeah, we called in pretty much everybody. Like they lasted maybe like 1 or 2 minutes, and then they just left or something like that. Like we called in pretty much everybody, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Zombie God and all those. Well, Zombie God didn't do much. He just stood in a corner and didn't move.
Yeah, he didn't even
So
do
he
anything.
he
Because
just
he's a zombie, that's why.
yeah.
He's probably just going around going brains.
Yeah, well, he's from the other DLC, I think.
Yeah,
The other,
trouble with
the other
clones.
pack. Yeah. So, yeah, we were just blowing up the city, just blowing up stuff and having a great time and laughing our asses off at everything that was going on. That game is still fantastic. It's their marvelous game,
Yeah.
Saints Row.
Definitely.
I really hope that Saints Row, the 4th or whatever they decide to call it.
Saints Row go 4th. That is my title for it.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if it's anything else.
Saints Row Quattro.
I was thinking Saints Row Quattro, but since it rhymes with row, I guess Saints Row Quattro. But we'll see. And as I said last week, I hope Deep Silver don't fuck it up. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I finished Devil May Cry. I guess it was Sunday night, something like that, or Monday night. Very good game. Very, very good game. I really enjoyed it a whole lot. The ending was very predictable. Like I saw that coming from a mile away. But,
Yes, you probably did. Yeah, it's like, okay, you have to fight this guy now. Yep, pretty much the same. You knew what was going to happen.
yeah. So, kind of knew that was coming, but still, a really, really enjoyable game. I love the song that plays at the end in the credits. Like that, I don't know what song it is, but it's from the...
I think it's Combi Christ that does it now. I don't know what yeah, but I think I do remember that song now. Yeah, that was a pretty good song.
Yeah,
But I actually quite like the music in that game anyway. Over just definitely fitted the game overall perfectly, in my opinion.
hmm Well, Combi Christ does the entire soundtrack, so yeah, that's that last song was great. And I was thinking there was going to be like a little something at the end of the credits, but there was nothing.
No,
so.
there wasn't though.
But yeah, I really hope they do a sequel to that game. Really, really good. Really enjoyed it. I've also played a little bit of 10 million rather. Won't get too much into that, but I'm pretty far now. I'm at 3.7 million now, so getting there, getting to 10 million. Um, and I've also bought the game of the week. I guess you could call it the release of the week. Dead Space 3, which has been getting like pretty good reviews and
Pretty,
bad
yeah,
reviews.
pretty mixed reviews,
Yeah.
polarizing opinions. So some people say, "Yep, this is still Dead Space, still awesome," and other ones are saying, "Yep, this is the weakest in the series."
Yeah, well, it is the weakest in the series, in my opinion. I didn't really particularly liked one, but it was still one. It was still original and fresh and new and everything.
Yeah, but one's the best one, so you're wrong on that count.
No, two's the best one, but no matter. Um,
Patrick Krapik disagrees.
but we'd have to get Derek in on this one if he thinks one or two is the best.
I think he likes
I think
one
one
more
is.
as well.
I think one. I mean, they're both really good, but I like one more.
Yeah.
Like one is more just straight up survival horror. Two is like a mix between the two.
Yeah, and three.
So they
well,
both. Three is just all action, right?
Three is all out. Yeah, but there's very very minimal jump scares. Like it's very very minimal.
It
I
seems
think
to
I've
me.
jumped
It seems to me
twice.
that Dead Space 3 is probably like Resident Evil 5, where that went all
Yeah.
action,
Mhm.
and Resident Evil 4 was more like a mix between survival horror and action, kind of like Dead Space 2. And then you have,
Yeah.
the original Resident Evil games were just like the first Dead Space game.
Mhm.
So I might end up buying Dead Space 3. I don't know. I mean, I really do like Resident Evil 5 a lot, even though it's not anything like the past games. So maybe I would like this game. I don't know.
Well,
But go on.
I actually enjoy the game. I think it's a really good. It's become a shooter pretty much, but it's still a pretty good shooter. It's a whole lot of fun. I'm having a whole lot of fun, except that now it just became Lost Planet, which I think everybody knows my opinion on Lost Planet.
Yeah. You love that game.
Yeah. So now you're on the planet. They go on that planet. Well, pretty much everybody knows that they go on a frozen planet or something and you're walking in the snow and you have to walk fast because your body temperature is dropping, and you have to go into shelters, to get it back up and then go back.
Well, that's just like Lost Planet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and while you're doing that, you have all sorts of shit that's shooting you from everywhere. So, I'm playing on normal. I'm not playing on the easy, if you wanted to know. So far, it's been a cakewalk. It's been really, really easy so far. Until this point, I'm at chapter 8, I think. So it's been pretty easy to this point, but now I'm really stuck.
Yeah, chapter it's the one with that little glitch sort of little exploit as well.
Yeah, at
If
the
you
bench. Yeah,
heard about it in
Mhm.
the news.
yeah, I heard about it on Professional Fridays on games on Giant Bomb. They talked about it, and EA said they won't be patching that up. And I can understand that because it's going to make them look like total dicks if they do. Like people can get the content for free, I guess. If they go they go into that room, they get out of the room, they go back.
No, it's not really 'cause like they get the your stuff for free now. It's just basically a little thing where they keep if they just enter the room, exit the room, they just get a random item drop pretty much, and they can just do that forever and they
Yeah.
get loads of resources and that there as well. So it's not like they're getting like the the microtransaction stuff for free now. But
Mhm.
like even Brad Shoemaker said in I think he talked about it in the Quick Look as well, and like the Bombcast. A bit of why I heard of it though is that you don't really need to do that anyway because by the end of the game you have more than enough resources
Oh
to
yeah.
do various things anyway.
Oh yeah. You don't run out of resources. I have med packs up my ass right now. So many med packs that I have to store them. I have a ton of med packs, a ton of stasis packs. Really, there's no scavenging. I mean, there's no, like a Dead Space 1, of course, and a little bit in 2. You really had to, check your ammo, check your inventory, make sure that you had enough stuff and all that. But in 3, it's like you find everything everywhere. Ammo packs everywhere and stasis packs and
Yeah, and the ammo
packs.
is like universal too, right?
It's universal. Yeah, exactly. So
So you
you
don't
can
have to
pick
worry
up
about
any med.
running out of ammo for a certain type of weapon.
Exactly. Even the weapons that you craft, uh, any type of ammo you pick up, it's it's universal. So, um, and I haven't run out of anything so far. I haven't died once. Well, I've died once at the very beginning because I was being an idiot and I didn't know you had to shoot the mines. And I was just trying. It just the mines just crashed into me and I died. But that's the only time I died. I haven't died from a monster attack or anything yet. So. And I bought the game on Origin, and if you buy it on Origin, you get the special edition, I guess, and they give you 2 suits and 2 guns up front. And one of the guns they give you is like really really great. So I've been using that gun since the very beginning of the game. So I've crafted a couple of guns, but I've mostly used that gun that they give you with the special edition. So.
The thing is in this one as well that the suits are not really worth anything. They're just basically there for cosmetic.
Yeah, they're cosmetic. If you upgrade your
Yeah.
rig, it's every rig that's upgraded.
Yeah,
So
it's like the previous ones now. Basically, different suits had like different
Yeah.
stat boosts.
Mhm.
Like if you use this one, you have like more inventory slots and all that there.
hmm
Whereas this is basically cosmetic.
yeah, it's very
I think like one of them you can get though. I think if you have a Mass Effect 3 save is like it's like one with has the
the N7.
N7
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, but I don't have Mass Effect on the PC, so I didn't get
Yeah.
that one. I got like 2 suits from a friend. I played co-op with a buddy, and he gave me 2 suits, so I got those 2 suits from him. Um, yeah, I guess it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's maybe a little too easy, not scary at all. Like the atmosphere is nothing like 1 and 2 at all. It's pretty much okay. I'm gonna round this corner, and then this monster is gonna come out, and then you round the corner, it comes out, and okay, stasis, shoot, 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 and it doesn't really scare you. There isn't really anything that makes you jump out of your seat or whatever. The action's pretty great. It's pretty fun. Very diverse stuff you have to do in there, and I guess the story is meh so far. Like it's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, that's one of the weakest things of that game though. The story's just really badly done, and like I heard the endings like from what Brad Shoemaker's been saying, it's kind of like
Mass Effect
something
3.
along the lines of Mass Effect 3. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I heard it was pretty underwhelming. So I don't know, but the game's fun. The co-op is you play co-op with somebody. It is really easy. Like I mean, the game becomes you could pretty much just close your eyes and play. Pretty much, if you play co-op with somebody, because they don't really put more enemies in there. It's the same amount of enemies, and they're the same strength.
Yeah, so they don't basically
They don't
boost
scale up for
and
2 people.
upgrade.
Yeah, they don't scale up for 2 people. So
Yeah, don't scale for them if there's more than one people in.
it's easy when you're by yourself. So you can imagine how easy it is when you're playing co-op. Like really.
Well, the thing doesn't make it easier is because the fact is like the ammo and all that stuff's universalized, so it doesn't really matter.
Mhm.
Whereas in the other ones, you have to sort of conserve. Like, I want to use these kind of weapons, I have to pick up this kind of ammo for this weapon. Then, whereas
Yeah.
you pretty much can have like this certain and like all the ammo works for every weapon now, which makes things a little easier, I believe.
Yeah, I've heard if you want to challenge, you have to play on hard. Like if you want to challenge, like in the first and second one, like scarcity of the ammo and the health and all that, you have to play on hard.
Or like classic mode as well once you unlock it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's nothing like 1 and 2 at all. I've heard comments, and I pretty much agree with those comments. They've Call of Dutied Dead Space 3. So yeah, it's pretty.
So there's lots of like cuts,
Where's
like
your-
scripted stuff and big action sequences and
There were
stuff
a
like that.
couple of scripted things in Dead Space 2, right? There were
A little
couple of
bit.
events. Yeah. So there's a little bit more in this one. Like button prompts. Okay, press A. Press Y. It's like
QTEs.
QTEs, yeah, all right. That's fun. That's always fun.
Yay.
So, um, but nonetheless, it's enjoyable. It probably won't make my top 10 list of the year, but it's still fun. I shouldn't have, you know, um,
Bought full price.
yeah, I should have paid full price for it, but I kind of was craving for a shooter, so. And Dead Space, it's a pretty well-known franchise, so. Yeah, I guess the crafting is difficult. It's really hard to understand. Like,
Yeah, I heard
what you got to do.
Shoemaker kind of complain about it as well. They don't really do a good job in explaining how to craft properly, though. You'd sort of have to try to learn it for yourself.
They do a horrible fucking job explaining how to do it. A horrible job. Like, you get to the bench, okay, well, how do I do this? What do I do now? It's like you have to figure it out on your own. Once you figure it out, it becomes pretty easy. But I've crafted like 3 weapons so far, 2 or 3 weapons, and some are really awesome. So that's a cool part. That's a very cool part of Dead Space, crafting your own weapon. But what you want on your weapon, like you can have a stasis on your weapon, and you can, after that, you can send the electric bolt, like the some sort of electric bolt that surrounds the monster or something like that. It's pretty cool. It's fun. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying myself, but not, not going crazy nuts over Dead Space 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the price drop anyway, though, and plus I have to finish the second one as well, since I've still yet to finish it.
I don't think it would be. It won't be too long before there's a price drop, in my opinion. I don't think it'll be too long before that. So maybe this
depends on how well it does, though. But yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it'll do that well, to be honest.
Nah, I don't know. I'm sure. I think the other 2 did pretty good, though. Like, I know the first 2 did review very well, though, but this one's definitely not reviewed the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a few ones still think it's like brilliant and all. Like Mike 8-Bit Warrior, think it's the best one. He gave it 9.5. He loves it, so he does.
Mike gave it 9.5. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, okay. Well, if he enjoys it, that's what's important. But yeah, I don't think it's the best one.
Yeah, but there's other ones that say like, it's good and all, but there's just certain too many problems with it they have.
Exactly.
Like, I know Ben, he's finished it and he's doing a review and says like I think he probably has maybe the same opinions as you. It's like good and all, but it's not as good as the previous 2.
Yeah, I think he restarted his review like twice because it was bashing the game too much. It was like, oh, I got.
Yeah, because I think he wrote like, yeah, because the fact is he said, yeah, this review seems a bit more negative than positive.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's not a bad game.
If it's the truth, then I don't see a problem.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's the way the game is.
Mm. But yeah, wait for a price drop if you want it. I'm not recommending the game, honestly. So it's a good time killer, but I know a lot of I know Derek's getting Aliens next week, so I don't know how.
I
Does it
think
have
so.
co-op now?
Yeah, it does have co-op.
It does have co-op.
I'll
That
probably get it.
I might try it.
Of course, I'm not going to get it on
sometime.
PC though.
No. I don't
I wish
know.
there was a demo though for that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a quick look. Like I have not a huge idea how that game is, so I'll check out a quick look and then I'll make up my mind if I
Yeah,
get it or not.
watched very little. I very much have watched no gameplay footage of that. Probably like all I've seen is like some of the sort of earlier trailers, but
Mhm.
that's it. I haven't seen what the UI and all that stuff, like what the actual gameplay looks like of that game.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yesterday I took part in a gaming competition with some guys at work. This is the 3rd year that we. This is my 2nd year for me, but they've been doing it for 3 years. It's called the Gaming Games. Like, it's really a stupid name, but that's how they called it.
The game of games.
Yeah. So Gaming Games took place yesterday. We played a couple of games.
Oh, gaming games. Okay.
Yeah, Gaming Games. Yeah.
I thought you said game of games.
The game of games.
That's why I did the Triple H impression
Yeah.
there.
So we started off with NHL 13. Um, and it was a shootout, which it's you against the goalie. Like one shot you play the goalie, the other shot you play the shooter, and I beat everybody in that one. So I finished 7-0. There were 8 people, including me, taking part of that. So
Do you win
I beat.
something in this thing, or is it just kind of all for shits and giggles?
That's for shits and giggles mostly, but there's a trophy that somebody built out of all the controllers. Like there's a Wii controller, and there's a PlayStation 3 controller. There's an Xbox controller. Like they all form a trophy.
That's cool.
So somebody built that.
Was there Connect on it?
Yeah, Connect. No, there's no Connect. Like the controllers are empty, so that the trophy weighs nothing. So so NHL, I beat everybody. I finished at 7-0. Avengers Connect, I think it's called like that, or Avengers Assemble.
Adventures Battle for Earth, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Is it that? Okay. So anyway, you play as
It's called Avengers Creaking Door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And I wrote this down, but
God damn, this microphone picks up everything.
Yeah, I fucked it up. I wrote Avengers Connect, but it's not Avengers Connect. It was Marvel something Connect. Marvel Battle for something Connect or something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's Marvel Avengers Battle for Earth.
Yeah, Battle for Earth. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's the only Marvel Connect game there is.
Okay. So you play as naturally the some of the Marvel will cast. There's Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, blah blah blah, and you actually fight with the character. So you have to do all the moves, and it took me a freaking long time to learn how to play this game. So like I won my first match. I don't know how, but I won. So and after that, I played a couple of against people who actually played that game with their kids and knew how to play the game, and I got whooped really badly. So yeah, I didn't do very well. I think I won three times or something like that. Sometimes I didn't know which side I was on. I didn't know who my heroes were. Like the Connect is really, really finicky. Like it doesn't really. You have to raise your left arm to like you have 2 heroes that you can choose, and you have to like raise your left arm to tag in the other hero. And sometimes I would raise my left arm and the freaking hero wouldn't tag in, and then I would get killed, and I rage quit and just throw the Connect in the wall and leave. No, so I didn't do very well at that, and my freaking arms are killing me this morning because of that freaking Connect game. So then we played Paperboy 2. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
I
Nope.
think I only ever played the first
Just the
one.
first one.
Okay. Well, Paperboy 2, some guy brought his Wii, and he had like an emulation chip on it, and he had a ton of games on it. So we just went through a list of games for we needed to pick an old school game that we wanted to play. So it came down to Rock and Roll Racers and Paperboy 2. So we decided to play Paperboy 2. And you can choose in this one. You can choose between a girl or a guy, and you have 2. Like the street has two sides. Instead of just throwing the papers to the left, you have to throw them to the right also. So you like throw them on both sides. I did very badly at at that game. I finished last because I kept falling all the time off my bike for some reason. I don't know. So didn't do very well. We played the Angry Birds collection on the Xbox 360. I think that came out last year or something like that.
Yeah.
It has Kinect support on it, so they wanted to play with Kinect support to start with, but it was too complicated, so we just played with the controller instead.
Mhm.
So with the controller, we played only the 1-1, like the first level of the original Angry Birds, and the person we played like twice. We played a level twice, and the person that had the highest score won. I finished third in that one, so I was pretty happy about that one. After that, we played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. We played a level where you're the cops and you have to take down 3 racers. And the person that did it the fastest won, naturally. So I finished 6th, I think, in that one. A guy did it in... He took down 3 racers in 1 minute 7 seconds. I don't know how the hell he did that, but it was...
Now, is that the PS2 one, or is that the one that other Criterion game that they did?
It was the Xbox 360 one, the one that
Yeah,
came
it was
out
Hot
okay.
Pursuit, yeah.
a couple of years ago.
The recent one.
Mm-hmm. So we played that one. I finally got my first contact with the Wii U. Played Super Mario Brothers Wii U. We did a speed run of I don't even know which level it was. Sunshine something. I can't remember what it was. I never finished it. I never finished the speed run. And I can say that, you know, I saw the controller for the first time. I held it and played with it for the first time. And I can say that I don't know why that controller exists. Like, I'm like, what the hell? You know, it's cool. You have the display on the controller, and, you know, it's pretty fun. But it's like too wide and too, I don't know. I don't really like it.
Unless you have big hands, though, it's not gonna be so great for you.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, this is not comfortable. This is not fun. It's not really fun to play with. So I said, yeah, give me a classic controller, and I'll play with a classic controller. And did do much better, but still, I mean the graphics on the Wii U look really, really good. Like Mario looks superb on a HD TV. I'm not fond of the controller, as I said, but you can always get a classic controller and play with a classic controller, I guess. We also played Street Fighter 2, the new contenders, that it's called. I did pretty well in that one. Like, there's 2 guys that were really, really... There was this one Asian guy that was with us. He was playing with one hand on the controller.
Yeah, so he's probably one of those elite guys then,
Yeah.
the same, was he?
He was using only one hand to play with the Street Fighter, and I beat that guy. And I was like he was way too overconfident. I said, I'm gonna pick Chun-Li, and start playing. And he beats me the first round, so he's like, ha.
Did he have the other arm tied around his back?
No, he didn't. So he beats me the first round, so he's like, Then I beat him, and then I beat him on the third and final round. And then I just jumped up and just screaming in his face. Overconfidence, yeah, just going crazy. And he looked at me and started laughing, and so I did pretty well at that. I think I finished third or something. And I never played Street Fighter at all. Like, I never played that game. But I got used to Chun-Li. Like, I could do all her moves. So I kind of beat up on a couple of people with Chun-Li. So that was pretty cool. And last but not least, we played Halo 4. Deathmatch, 8-player deathmatch. That was insane. That was really crazy. I really hate playing like in a little part of the screen at the bottom, like, because it was 4 people per console.
Oh, so split screen then,
Yeah.
was it?
Split screen, local connection.
Yeah, LAN.
LAN, yeah. So I was like, oh my god, like you have only the little...
System link, whatever the heck it's called
Yeah,
now.
I think it's
Yeah,
system
link, pretty much.
Yeah. So I had like only the little corner of the bottom right corner of the TV. And I was like, oh my god, this is really hard to see, like everything. So, but it was the map that I played over and over again when I played a little bit of the multiplayer when the game came out, so I was pretty used to it. And I finished 4th in that one out of 8, so I'm pretty happy. My kill death ratio was 23 kills, 20 deaths. So, and the guy who won the competition, he's like a big Halo nut, and he finished at 43 and 4, I think. So I was like, that guy was unbeatable. So, so he won the competition. Everything was cool. It's a fun competition. I think it's too much. Like, I think there shouldn't be any Kinect games and these types of competition. Connect, like, I think killed the mood for everybody. It's fun. You play one game, it's all right, but
Did you guys all
when
vote on the games, or does it one person pick them all?
well, we kind of quote unquote voted on the games. Like people said, Angry Birds. I'm like, what? Really? And Marvel Avengers. I'm like, I never played this. I don't know how. And
Was there any other Connect games to choose from, or was that just the only one available?
that was the only one that was chosen. Well, the only one that was available, I guess. There was Connect Adventures and Raving Rabbids, which we played last year. But that was.
Someone should have gotten Connect Star Wars and did the dancing.
Yeah, we should have done that. I think somebody had the demo of that, so we could have played that. But nobody kind of came in and said, "Hey." And instead of Street Fighter 2, we were supposed to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but somebody.
Oh, you would have got pummeled there then.
Yeah, somebody forgot to bring a second PlayStation 3 controller, so we had to scratch that off the list and went with Street Fighter 2 instead. So yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. I didn't do well, but I'm satisfied of my perfect score in the NHL. So that's my strong suit. So it was fun. I think we're going to do.
Whooped their asses.
Yeah, I think we're going to do another one next year. I hope there's no Kinect and no Wii U, unless there's a really good game on the Wii U. Because I don't know. Should play.
So you don't like the gamepad then for the Wii U?
I don't like it at all. I really don't like it at all. I think it's too big. It's too, I don't know, too chubby.
Do you have small hands then, I take it?
Well, not that small, but I'm not Hulk Hogan. I can't hold the controller in one hand, and play with but I think it's uncomfortable. It's not, doesn't feel like a controller. It doesn't feel like an Xbox controller or PlayStation controller or stuff like that. So I told the guy, give me a classic controller. I'll do better with it. So I don't know. It's not my. It looks great. It looks fantastic. The image on it looks really, really good. Then the Wii U, it looks really, really good, but not fond of that controller, honestly. So that's my opinion. Then maybe I'll play more games and see how it goes. But for the time being, that's it.
Yeah, fortunately Wii's a bit of a wasteland now in
Yeah.
terms of releases,
Mhm.
because there was a certain game that was delayed this week, which I'll talk about later,
Yep.
because I have my 2 cents on that situation and I'm not happy about it.
Mhm.
The only other game I'm looking forward to getting is Wonderful 101, and I do not know when the hell that is supposed to be out, because it was supposed to be out launch window. It said launch window from the release date to March, and
Mhm.
it's not that now. It's apparently quarter 2.
Yeah, what's happening with the Wii? It's like nothing's coming out.
Yeah. Some of the games that said they were supposed to come out in the first launch window are not even out in the launch window now.
Mhm.
Tell you one thing, you can't really trust Nintendo for release dates, honestly.
Mhm.
Like they said that Wind Waker HD is coming out fall 2013. Yep, I'll say it'll be spring or winter,
Yeah.
knowing them,
Oh well.
because they're quite bad with their release date confirmations.
I'm happy I didn't buy it.
Always end up delaying their first party stuff.
Happy I didn't buy it at launch. That's all I have to say. So, anyway, I guess up to you, Darren.
Yes, I've been playing a few things, so I have as well. I leave the biggest one until last because I've a fair few things to say on that now, so be ready to get bored to death. The first game I got is a game on the iOS. It was also released on the 3DS, the eShop. It's called Mutant Mudds. It's a sort of platforming game, which is basically done in like 8-bit style, which has like 8-bit music, and you play this little wee guy that basically has like this blonde hair and glasses, pretty much like me when I was a child. So this is me when I was a child and playing myself, and you basically just use this little wee gun, this little wee pistol, and you hover about these different platforms, collecting these collectibles, these little wee diamond things each level, and then there's like these different parts of the level where you can enter like these like sort of alternate paths, and like these like harder, places to go through and traverse. And like you collect a little wee like this little thing at the end of each level though, and go on, and you have to collect as much as is possible to unlock the rest of the levels as well. I'm not finished it yet though. I'm almost down though. Just have to get some more of the. I'm on like I think 4-4. I think it only goes up to 5-4. So I'm on 4-4. So I'm nearly there. So I'll have it probably finished sometime this week. But very good game. I got it for free. It was free there last week sometime on iOS. And every time I hear something's free, whether it's shit or not, I just get it anyway because free is always good. I also finished Shank 2. Finished it, and I'm never going to play that game again because it annoyed me too much. I also played 10 million, but basically I'm not really good at that game. I just don't know. It doesn't seem that the luck doesn't seem to be on my side with that game now, because sometimes I'm just getting stuck trying to fucking match 3, and then all of a sudden get like a bunch of chains, and then all of a sudden stuck again trying to figure out what do we do here, how do I fucking get to this next one or whatever.
Yeah, you need to play a whole lot of it to get used to the game.
I'm pretty bad at that game, unfortunately though. It's a good wee game though, but it's just, I don't know, it's just really not for me, unfortunately, at the time being. But I should try to play it more though. I downloaded The Room there as well, just before we did the podcast. I'd like to try it out because I've heard good things about that game. I don't know if you've seen the quick look for it now, have you?
Yeah, I watched a quick look last night actually. It looks like a puzzle game. You have to figure out, how to open the box or something. Like there's a box.
Yeah, it's like these different puzzles, and puzzle box game. So it looks pretty interesting anyway. I haven't watched the quick look though, but I did see like screenshots and a few other things off it though, and I've heard some other people talk about it on another podcast. So. It was on sale there, so it was nice, not 69p. It's not that much to lose. Fist of the North Star Ken's Rage. The first one, I got it from Love Film, and we played like the first level. And
oh, you mean Luigi's Mansion?
If you like your kind of Dynasty Warriors, basically monotonous beat 'em up hack and slash games, then you like this because it's pretty much that.
Don't you mean Luigi's Mansion?
Nah, yeah, Luigi's Mansion and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Yeah, I take it you've seen watched that quick look as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because there was a quick look before Ken's Rage 2 that basically was like 20 minutes or so, and like they spent like 5 to 10 minutes talking about Luigi's Mansion and the sequel.
Exactly.
Which goes to show how much they could give a rat's ass about that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's just
the game actually looks pretty good. Just because it's kind of crazy with like some of the moves you can do and stuff, and just the character stuff.
Yeah, with the.
But it's too bad it's not as like over the top violent as the comic and the anime are.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. No. Yeah, I could definitely agree with that though. It just looks pretty plain compared to that. Like compared to sort of other stuff you've seen there. They could have done maybe a bit better on that thing, like in the terms of the gore and the violence out there, but nah. It looks pretty good though, but I wouldn't pay full price for it now. Like £40 for those kind of games is not really worth it, because you get bored very easily if you're not a fan. But like I like these games. I've got all the Dynasty Warrior Gundam games. I've played them all, and I just find them enjoyable, despite the fact how monotonous they are. Just basically be a Gundam and then just slash through a million robots with the same old moves. Have you ever played any Dynasty Warrior games or any of those kind of games, Dennis?
No, I watched a quick look and it doesn't appeal to me at all. Yeah. Just watched that and I said, nope, that's not for me.
Nope, not for me. Monotonous.
Oh yeah, same thing over and over.
And hack and slash is not my forte.
Nope.
I don't blame you. It's those kind of games are pretty much for a niche market though anyway. So. They still churn them out though, hence they must still do pretty well for the people who like them.
Yeah, I think there's an anime with that. They were talking about it on the quick look.
Yeah, there was a manga, and then there was an anime for it in like the late 80s, early 90s or so. And then like the games now in the
I
future.
think
So
they,
basically they're going the Dragon Ball route now.
yeah, it must be really big in Japan. This sort of stuff that Japan's into. So
Yeah, I think Japan likes those games, hence why there's still Density Warrior games and Warriors Rotary and all those kind of games still being made by Koei,
hmm
because they're pretty much renowned for, like, the people part of that studio are pretty much renowned for doing those kind of games.
yeah.
Also played Wario Land 4 during my breaks at work, because this is it was one of the games that was on the ambassador program for 3DS when if you got your 3DS before the price drop happened for a certain date, you got a bunch of games free on the site to play it though, and it's quite good. Um, Basically you play, of course, you play as Wario, and level you just basically the levels to work out. Now you have to go around and find these four pieces of this like kind of metal kind of thing,
Yeah.
and um, basically get to the end of the level. Then you basically start this timer. Then you have to run away, get back to the entrance, and get a key as well to unlock to the next level. And you need all four of these wee metal things to get to the boss. I played a boss there last night. Got pissed off because I ran out of time twice. Yep, time limits on bosses not that great. The fact is just the boss is really monotonous though. So like you have to flip and hit the enemy, throw the enemy up to him. It's like this basically his stuffed teddy bear. He has a pin, throw it up, bust him down, hit one of his feet, then he switches over and hit this little thing on its head to actually damage him. So it was just really fucking tedious. Good game though, very nice. It's like quite an old game at this point. And finally, the reason why
You weren't there.
I was away last week, and a lot of people are playing this game at the moment, myself included, and that is Ni No Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which is level 5 and Studio Ghibli collaboration. And most of the stuff I have to say in this game is pretty positive, but there's a few negative spots though, and one of them is your AI fucking sucks.
And you can't control those characters, right?
You can't control them now. The thing is, so basically you get to a certain point when you get a new ally with you though, and then you could set this different settings to them, like tactics, where you could say, "Oh, don't do anything."
So it's like
and
Persona
keep me
3.
healthy. Yeah. But you actually can control them as well. You can actually switch between them. You can actually basically at the start of each battle, though, you could like choose either Oliver or Esther or like Swain. I've got Swain now, the third character, who looks a bit like Patrick Klepek. You can choose either one of them, but you can switch between them during the battle as well. So you're just not really reduced to just playing as Oliver. And like there's these different tactics though, whereas you say, oh, if you don't do anything, keep healthy, don't use abilities or anything like that now. If you have anything other than don't use abilities, your fucking AI character is just basically an MP hog waster, because they use all their MP up in like a space of 30 seconds.
Okay.
It's like, here, yeah, just basically start the battle, fighting the boss. Oh, basically all they fucking do is just spam their bloody ability, their familiar abilities, and like, oh great, there's no MP now, and I have to just sort of just attacking it properly, even though this monster's probably weak as hell. And the only way they can basically get more MP is by getting little wee glims around each battlefield. It's like these little wee glims, there's like health green glims, blue glims, and sometimes when you do certain things against bosses, like defend them against actually or attack them enough times, there's this golden glim comes up. You get it, and you get a special like super attack for your familiar, whatever one you're controlling at the time, or if it's Oliver or Esther, you get like certain like their special attack, whatever as well. And unfortunately, I've fucking lost a few times against bosses thanks to my fucking AI being crap. And sometimes as well, for some fucking godforsaken reason, don't do as much now, but earlier on in the game, they had a familiar out, and then for some reason they just tuck it back in, and then they did just go and try to fight the the enemy themselves, which is stupid because the fact is you are so weak, hence why you use the familiars. Um, but other than that, though, and it's a little bit in the hard side sometimes as well. I just feel like there's a bit of difficulty spikes here and there. It's like, oh, it's just sometimes be easy, and then you get to certain bosses like, yep, this boss is annoying as hell. It'll take me a few times to do it. But other than that, though, I'm pretty much really enjoying the game. I think it's an excellent RPG. I love the graphics, just absolutely beautiful. I love the voice acting's very good. I love Drippy, his Welsh accent's great. And just the localization for this game is very well done. Just so much work into it with the whole, Wizard's Companion and all the various stuff. Just loads of stats and that there. Here on out though, you can easily spend a lot of time looking at the different like enemies, bestiary, the Wizard's Companion, and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And one of the things I like about this game as well is its side quests done right. Um, I was not a big fan of the way side quests were done in Xenoblade Chronicles because the fact is there's too damn many of them. It's basically an MMO at that point.
Mhm.
This as well, there's like kind of two kind of side quests though. There's like these errands you do for people where you sort of have to go and defeat certain a number of enemies outside this like town or whatever, or like collect something for them, or sometimes you have to basically they're kind of broken heart or something. And this is kind of one of the main sort of themes of this game is certain characters you come across are broken heart. They lost a piece of their like heart or something, like they've lost their courage, they've lost their enthusiasm or something. And there's these other people around the world you encounter who are like full of enthusiasm, and you basically ask them, can I have a piece of your can I have some of your enthusiasm to help this other guy? He says okay, sure, and you basically use this locket to take this thing, like take the enthusiasm out, and then go to this other person who's lost it, and then give them their enthusiasm then, and then you get like some gold and some items then. And the fact is I like about it is you don't like wander around everywhere. It's like, where's this guy I have to find? Basically you look on the map, it's like the blue dots which are flashing pretty much indicate that it's a side quest. It's a side quest. And also on the world map, sometimes you see a blue dot somewhere, so oh, this is some sort of side quest then, great. So you don't have to wander around for ever looking for side quests. And the other kind of side quests there are like bounties, where you go and get some bounties. Pretty much have to fight some sort of monster and encounter it on the field and then fight it, and then you go back and claim the bounty and get some items or whatever, gold as well. And also you get some merit stamps, which are these things every time you complete a errand or bounty you get these certain type of stamps, and every time you get 10 stamps you get like a card, and these cards are used to like unlock new things, whereas you get more glims in battle, you can run faster in the world map, you get more stuff from getting certain items on the field and that there as well, and things like that. um I'm rambling on now, but I just want to talk a lot about this game since I wasn't here last week. But it is a fantastic game, though. I really am enjoying it. Like, apart like from the difficulty and the AA, although it's actually better than it was though now. I was starting to turn a little on the game previously there, but I very much really liking it thus far. It's a really great game. Um, You said you played the demo now, Derek, and you said you weren't fussed in the combat. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think the combat is really bad. And it sounds like you have issues with it as well, so...
Yeah, it's not the combat per se. It's just basically the AA on the combat. It's just not your best friend. It's just, and I'm not the only one. Now there's a few other people. Like I talked to someone on Twitter as well. Pretty much has the same problem with the AA as I do, where they pretty much up and just use all their MP in an instant, and then they go around and hog all the MP and that stuff for themselves, because the fact is they use it too damn much. Whereas you should try to do certain things like conserve it throughout the battle, because this battle can last for 5 to 10 minutes, and then they're just reduced to like attacking it then, and it's like, oh, they can't heal themselves now because they don't have any fucking MP left. I have to resort to it. Oh great, they're dead. Now I have to resort to reviving them. In certain cases I don't revive them though. It's just like, fuck that, I'm not reviving them, only to die again. Like there's a few battles I've actually won against bosses where my partner is dead and they still get the XP, which is another thing I like. Because certain other RPGs, if your character's dead, your AI partner's dead or whatever, and you win a battle, they don't get the XP. They get the XP no matter what. So they could be down or it could be up. It's great.
My issue with the combat was, it's like it's an action RPG kind of, but at the same time there are like menus you have to to select your like attacks and stuff, and it's hard to move around and select a menu item at the same time. Like when you're trying to move around a boss or an enemy or whatever, and you're at the same time you're trying to go through a menu to select whatever you want.
Yeah, I could see that probably being a bit of a difficulty at first though. But like once you probably if you played the game from the get go and sort of get used to it though. Like I know you played the demo and didn't really think much of it though, but probably if you play more of it you might get used to it though. Like I didn't really have a huge problem with that now. Like I thought it was a bit tricky at first though, but probably once you get the swing of things you might find it better though. Like I like the combat in this game. It is basically a mixture of like Tales of Vesperia and the Tales of games and Pokemon. And my thoughts on Pokemon, I'm not really fussed on the Pokemon series though.
Pokemon.
If Pokemon was like this now, then I'd probably like it a lot more. Where you actually move around and say, oh Pikachu, I summon you, now I can go around and shoot electric bolt at the thing. If you actually can move around and do all sorts of cool attacks rather than it's like, oh, just basically be static. Shoot, evade, okay, and not there.
I think the Mystery Dungeon games are like that.
Are they now? Yeah, I think they are. Which is probably would be probably the Pokemon games I'd like more than the actual standard ones where you collect 50 million Pokemon and you only use like 10 of them.
No, you don't have to collect them all.
Yeah, but some people would like to collect them all because they're completionists.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, though, you'd collect them all, but you'll never use them. It's like
that's the problem.
Collecting games. You collect a lot of games, but most of the time you'll never play most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
But and there's one thing, I think the music in this game is brilliant. I absolutely love the world map theme in this game. I've listened to it enough times already now. Like I've listened to it for, the past 17, 18 hours now. Of what I played of it though, and I've just never tired of it. It's definitely one of my favourite themes from the game though. Excellent game though, like a lot of people are really enjoying it at the moment. I got quite good reviews and I was honestly surprised to see it actually made #1 here in the UK charts last week. I was really surprised. I didn't expect. It probably just shows there's not really a whole lot out though, but for something like this to actually get #1, it's very surprising. Because you never see anything like these. You see fucking like the FIFAs, Call of Duties, and Just Dance and all those kind of games reach #1. But very rarely you actually see a proper JRPG #1. But I know it's going to be #1 this week. It'll be Dead Space 3 because that came out and that's going to knock it off. And Ni No Kuni will probably be out of the top 10 at this point. And apparently it's pretty hard to get over here as well. Apparently it's like out of stock and that there as well. Because see, like some sites online saying back in stock, Ni No Kuni. Like, okay, it must have been small print. But yeah, it's a great game. The story's quite interesting though. Like you know what the story is at the first. Like you're basically plays this as boy called Oliver. His mother unfortunately dies and basically goes to this other world with Mr. Drippy the fairy. He sort of brings back to life, frees from this curse he had on him. And basically he's trying to find a way to resurrect his mother. Therefore goes to this other world and tries to defeat Shadar and rescue his mother pretty much. Because each person in the real world where Oliver lives, they have a soulmate who looks like a lot resembles like them in the other world, so it does the alternate world, and pretty much you go back and forth between them as well, and you get different spells. That's another thing. You get a lot of fucking spells in this game, and you use a lot of them for side quests as well. I think that's enough for rambling. No, I've talked about it a bit more too much though, but you've probably heard enough about it already from other people though. But definitely really enjoying this game though. I think it's a brilliant game. So anyway, that's all I have to play. So what have you been playing, Derek?
Well, I'll mention Saints Row the Third first. Like as Dennis said, we played that together. Actually, I played the Trouble with Clones DLC by myself. And it's pretty short and not very good, except for one part of it where you get superpowers. You can like run like super fast, like the Flash, and you get like a shuriken, like in Street Fighter. And then when you punch people, they just explode into like blood, like a blood, like mist. That was really cool, and I wish you could just do that whenever you want, like and then outside of the DLC. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
But that DLC is not very good and pretty short, except for that part of it. And I guess I can say the same thing about the Gangsters in Space, which is what we played. I think I played the first level by myself, and then we played the next two. I think each one only has like 3 levels, and they're pretty short. And I'm glad I didn't pay full price because they were definitely not worth it. And I could even argue that they weren't worth it for the sale price I got them for either. It's just
because
it's not good.
They're really like an hour long or so overall anyway, aren't they?
No, they're not very long at all.
It's short. They're really short.
Yeah, like I think they were $5.60 originally. Though, like I actually feel sorry for you, Dennis, because you paid the season pass.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be good. Saints Row the Third was great. Thought the DLC was going to be at least passable.
Half as good.
Yeah, but it wasn't. So too bad.
No. Yeah, that's why I never touched the DLC though, because I heard the first one was nothing that great, and it's like, this is going to be probably a bit of a track record.
Yeah, but Genji or whatever the
Genki.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I think that one was probably better than these two.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah, it could be. I haven't played it in a while. It could be.
But the Trouble with Clones one, it's about like this super fan of Saints Row. He's kind of like there's this like super nerd in Robot Chicken, and there is kind of like the comic book guy maybe too in Simpsons sort of, but he's more like the nerd that's in Robot Chicken, and he like somehow clones Gat from the first 2 games, but he's like a overpowered, like super huge hulking version of Gat, and he's like he can't speak. He's just kind of like raging like the Hulk, and he's running all over the city, and you're trying to calm him down and stuff. And then the Gangsters in Space, you're shooting a movie, like some like a sci-fi movie, and it has this like really retro like 50s sci-fi look to it. And it's just not very good.
No.
Like it turns out you're actually killing people rather than just doing it for a movie. Like the director's like having you actually kill people, so that's like the twist or something. But it's not very good. You don't even get to keep like the guns. You get to keep the alien spaceship that you get, which I don't really like the way it looks, but it'd be neat if you got the guns that you don't, unfortunately. Same thing with the superpowers in Trouble with Clones, you don't get those again, so that sucks. Anyway, I don't recommend it unless you're like some super fan, that just has to see everything. So I played the Devil May Cry DMC demo on 360. I can definitely see what people like about it. I kind of like the way Dante acts. He's kind of like, fuck you to everybody. So I really like the boss fight that was in there. That was cool. I don't know if I would probably give it a rental if I could find it somewhere to rent for cheap.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd recommend. Despite the fact I love that game, I really enjoyed it though. But rent it or like wait for a price drop, which I'll probably say will probably come soon enough because game didn't sell that well, which I'm not surprised with because of the boycott some people had with it.
Yeah.
Some of the combat system seems okay, but I think if I was going to play a game like that, I would probably pick Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, just because I like that one a little more. Like the look of it, and I really like the parry system in that game. This one, I don't know. I suppose I probably have to spend more time with it, but this is coming from I've only played the demo of Metal Gear and I've only played the demo of Devil May Cry, so um,
Yeah.
so yeah. And I mean, I can definitely see what people like about it, and I could probably kind of see what people don't like about it at the same time, because they changed it so much. So, but
Yeah,
seems
like I
pretty
said,
good.
yeah, I don't mind if people hear it, like if they tried it, played it out, but like I said before, there's just some people out there just want this game to fail
Hmm.
magnificently, just shit on it without even touching it because it's just not the game they wanted.
Right.
Just pretty much just fanboys to the end of the original Devil May Cry series.
Yeah. It's too bad because it's a
Uh,
good game.
yeah. So I played a couple more iPad games. I played 10 Million, which I know Dennis talked about last week,
Hmm.
because I think, well, it's only like $2 on iPad. So, and I watched a quick look, and it seemed kind of interesting. Normally, I don't like match 3 puzzle games. I don't really. The only one I've really played or spending time with is Bejeweled. So that being said, I do definitely have difficulty with this because it's not the same as like Bejeweled or some other ones that I've tried where you have like you can select individual tiles and rotate them. It's like you just select an entire row and move it either up or down, and
Yeah,
that's the tricky part.
that's the that's probably why I'm not into it as much as Dennis is. I wish you can just flick the things around and just make it a bit easier from in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely would
That's
be
true.
easier. And I don't see ahead like, oh, if I move this here, I'll get like a 5 chain over here. I don't really see puzzle games like that. I just kind of, and plus the problem is you don't have all the time in the world. You have to like do it quick, otherwise you're going to be dead. Because you have a little guy running on the top of the screen and you're fighting, monsters, or you're opening a chest or opening a door, and you have to match the appropriate things. You match
Yeah.
your sword, or your magic, or a key, and you also have resources you can get, wood and stone to upgrade your little keep, which will let you upgrade your, magic, your weapons and your armor and stuff like that. So there's a whole lot going on, and you have to do it really pretty quick. But that said, it's easy enough to quit a level or finish one when you die and go back and do it right away and start up again. So that's nice. But I really like the music a lot in that game. I like the look of it. I think if you could buy the soundtrack, I'd probably buy the soundtrack for that because I really like the music. Especially there's
That's
one
pretty good.
track in there that sounds like what's that term? There's a term for this like genre of like video game style music. I can't think of it. Um,
Chip tune.
yeah, it sounds like that. There's a track in there that sounds like that. It's really cool. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, I'm definitely not very good at it, although I've still been plugging away at it. And I've got up to the I can't remember the level. I was playing it while you guys were talking about some of the stuff you were playing.
Mhm.
I've got it pretty high, and I think the goal is to get 10 million in like one run, 10 million points. I'm at
No, you
641,951.
you can't get 10 million in one point in one run. It's impossible.
I think you
Even if you're
can. Can't
really.
you? Well,
I
because
don't think so.
that's like the whole objective. Because there's no way you can get. It doesn't keep track of your score and add them up. I don't think.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I'm
Oh,
at
yes, it does.
Questor, which is score multiplier 76 times and resource collection 3 times.
Yes, it
Times
does
3,
because
so.
I'm playing it on PC.
I'm
And
playing on iPad.
Each time I start it up, it tells me like I'm starting up now. Like it tells me I'm at 1,402,003. So that's my top score.
Right,
I
that's
don't
like
know.
your score
Okay,
for
maybe
like
that's
the
the
one
top
run you
score.
got.
That's
Right?
the highest
Like the
that
best
I've
run
done.
you've done.
Oh, probably. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the highest you got. You have to get 10 million at one. That's like that doesn't. It basically keeps your highest score.
Well,
Mhm.
fuck. Yes, okay.
So as you
So
rank
you have
up,
to
it'll
get.
increase the multiplier and stuff. So you know.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Jesus.
you couldn't like if you started off and tried to get 10 million, you'd be going for fucking ever.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
if you're trying
okay.
to do it on like one of the lower levels.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
So yeah,
it's a pretty
you need
cool
to
game.
build
I
up your guy.
recommend getting it on iPad because you can just touch the screen and move the things over rather than having to move a mouse around and drag a mouse and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm used to it now.
Um,
So.
what's that?
I'm used to it now. Like I prepare my rows before stuff happens. Like everything's prepared in advance. So I just have to move a little bit, and it goes down pretty fast. Like I think I got one time I got like 13 rows in a row. Like you can get that when they start falling, you can get some rows in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They call it. So yeah, you get used to it. You just have to play a little bit, more, and you get used to it. You get used to how it works and how it plays and all that. So
Isn't it? It's like $5 on PC though. I think it's only $2 on iPad.
it's I think it's $3 on PC
Okay.
or something.
Anyway, another iPad game. I think I talked about it last week. Pixel People. I've been playing that quite a bit actually this week. I think I'm at level 12 now, and it cost me 31 or 32 million to expand to the next level. Yeah, I have 150 land, level 13. 31.6 million. I really, really like the game. It's fun to try and find the new formulas for the Pixel People, and get them into their appropriate jobs where you can earn more money that way. And it's got a really good sense of humor. It's got a lot of these really bad puns in it. I'll just look at a couple here. There's a time traveler job, and the character's name is Dr. Wen. So, like Doctor Who. He looks like Doctor Who, actually. There's a baker. The baker's name is Anita Bagel. And the description on the bottom says, "This cake is no lie."
Okay.
There's a tailor. Tailor's name is Mannequin. Like mannequin. Janitor. Her name is Jan Itor. I don't know. That's pretty funny. So I mean, there's some of them are pretty bad. Some of them are actually really funny. There's I can't remember where it is, but there's a guy whose name is Bud Weiser, and he has to do with beer. I can't remember what his job is, but it's got a really neat sense of humor, and I really like the way that the game looks. And it's kind of like if you like SimCity and you like kind of building a city and moving stuff around, it's kind of like that. Although it's nowhere near as complicated as that. So. It's free. I'd recommend you definitely check it out if you have an iPad or an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Another game I played that is a free-to-play game is Warframe on PC, and there's actually a quick look of this on Giant Bomb. That's a third-person shooter, and it's got a really cool-looking sci-fi look to it. It reminds me of an anime or a manga I've seen or read somewhere. I can't think of it. But you have all these different what they're called warframes, and think of it as like a mech or something. But it's not a mech. It's you look, I don't know, like an alien robot mix. Like you're a humanoid, but you don't have any facial features. It's just kind of like a helmet. There's different types. You have your balanced one, which is the one that I picked, and then you have one that's more for speed, and you have one that's more for strength. And it's a cooperative game. It's not competitive. So I mean that right there, that's what appeals to me. You could also play it by yourself, but it's a little tricky because you can go down pretty quick when you're not with other people. But I really like the look of the game, and it's fun to go up to dudes and cut dudes in half because you have a sword. On one of the class that I used, you can slice them up, kind of not nowhere near like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, but you can slice them in a couple pieces, and that's pretty fun. And then you also have either a pistol or a rifle, and there's other weapons you can buy, like a shotgun and sniper rifle and stuff. But I really, really like the look of the game, and it's fun to just run around and cut up this alien dudes. There's really I guess there's kind of a little story, but it's not really much of one. It's more,
This is still the beta now, is it?
Yeah, I think so, but you can buy stuff with real money, so I don't really know how that accounts as a beta. Because if they're just going to wipe your character, why would you want to buy something?
Well, it's free to play anyway, though.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it is.
When it comes out anyway, so.
It seems kind of I guess you could say it's sort of like Left 4 Dead, where you just have 4 people. I think, is it 4? Maybe it's more than 4. I don't know for sure. You're just going around, instead of killing zombies, you're killing, trooper, space marines, space troopers, aliens, different types of things. The only negative thing I would say about it is when you get get in a large group of people, it's hard to get kills. Like everybody's just running off to try and get the kills because it's pretty easy to take them out when you're with 4 people. And the more kills you get, the more experience you get, and or more upgrades you get. So, but I could totally see you having a lot of fun if you guys wanted to play it. I think we would both really enjoy it. And it's you can use your controller too if you have an Xbox controller or your PS3 Motion Joy thing. It'll work with that too.
Did you ever play Dark Sector?
Yeah, I rented it way back.
Okay. Because it's done by the same people. I know that.
Okay.
Digital Extremes.
Oh, Dark Sector. Oh god.
And yeah, they did the Darkness 2, I believe, as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I recommend checking it out if you're looking for something new to play. It's pretty fun. And then a game that I just got yesterday because I could not find it on release day on February 4th is Fire.
Some other people.
Like everybody, I don't think anybody on my Twitter feed has it. I know several people had it pre-ordered or they were trying to find it, when it came out in stores. Like one person ordered it from Amazon, and Amazon doesn't even have it. I think another person just wanted to buy it, in stores, like me. But I found Fire Emblem Awakening at a Walmart, like about 15 minutes away from here. I was trying to find it earlier in the week. I had, called different stores like Target and Best Buy. They didn't have it. Yesterday I decided to check on like every single Target to see if maybe they got some copies in the morning. None of them had it. Best Buy didn't have it, so I was like, well, fuck, I'll try Walmart, even though I don't like shopping at Walmart for electronics. But I figured, what the hell, I'll give them a shot. So I looked on their website and I checked the stock, and there was a store near me that said limited stock available, so I called them, and of course it took them forever to answer the damn phone. It's really weird. They don't have an automated system like Target where you call them and they say, what department do you want? Press this button. It's like, okay. At Walmart, it's just somebody answers and like, oh, Walmart. Like, oh, can I talk to electronics? Okay, and then it takes like 4 minutes for them to answer the fucking phone. So anyway, they finally answered the phone and they had it, and they put it on hold, and I ran over there right away and went and bought it. So that basically made my day, definitely. So this is the first actual game that I've actually played, like a full game on 3DS, not just a demo. And I will say the 3D, like, I can't play the 3D without wearing glasses, because I have, I wear glasses when I'm looking at a computer, like especially at work all day.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically like reading glasses. Like I don't need them to read, but they have an anti-glare thing in them. Because otherwise, if I don't have these on, then I get like a strain, like a head strain, like a headache kind of thing. And I decided to. Well, first of all, I tried the 3D on the 3DS without wearing my glasses, and I couldn't do it. Like even just having it at the lowest setting, even for like 20 seconds, I would start to get eye strain right between my eyes. So I decided, well, maybe I'll try my glasses and see if that works. So I tried them out, and it works. So I can do the 3D with my glasses on, but I can't without it. So I know some people have had some issues too with eye strain and stuff, and it definitely helps. Like the lower the 3D is, the better, the less amount of eye strain you have. But as far as the 3D goes in Fire Emblem, you don't really need it for like the battles. Like the cutscenes look pretty good in 3D. And the cutscenes, actually, just looking in 2D, the cutscenes are really, really cool, really good, well done animation.
Yeah, from what I've seen of it, though, they do look really good for handheld system.
They're very good. And the music is really good as well. Actually, I'm not even using headphones, and the stereo speakers on the 3DS are like way better than any handheld I've ever played. They're really good. As far as the game goes, if you played Fire Emblem, you know what to expect. It's an action RPG, strategy RPG, where it's turn-based. If you want to compare it to a recent game, think of XCOM: Enemy Unknown, although there's no cover system. So that makes it a little more tricky. There are some things you can do to improve your defense and evasion. There are trees you can kind of hide in. It'll increase your evasion and defense a little bit. Or there are forts that you can go in and barricade yourself, and you get health every turn if you stay in a fort. But in this game, you need to be very cautious and patient when you're battling. You can't just run in. and expect to survive. um,
Mhm.
like with XCOM, you're constantly moving forward. You have cover. You're like, taking your time, but you're still kind of being a little aggressive because you kind of have to. But in this game, you don't want to do that because you'll die right away. Like if you move forward, the enemies will come towards you. They'll target your weakest characters. Like say your cleric, which can't even counterattack, will kill them off right away. Or they'll go for like your archer, who if you go right like one space next to him, the archer can't counterattack. The archer can only do 2 spaces, so they'd take them out really quick. Or your mages are pretty weak too; they could take them out quick. So you got to be really careful when you're playing the game. But that said, it's really enjoyable. I really like there's a new system that they introduced in this game, like a support system, where you have 2 characters sitting, side by side. It'll increase their stats when they get attacked or when they attack, like their evade and their hit percentage and their attack. That'll all go up. And there's also these like cutscenes that you get in between levels, where you can increase your support rating. So right now, my support rating on my main character and like one of the higher like the main characters in the story is S rank, and they actually got married. So that was kind of weird. So like if you look at their names, it says husband Crom, wife Robin. So actually I made a female in this game because I didn't like the way that the males looked. Like I kind of wanted to make them look like me, but there was nothing even close. So I looked over at the female options, and they have really nice looking character designs for the females. So I chose one, and I left the default name, which is Robin. So yeah, now my main character is married to Crom, who's like the lord. He's like the prince of this world, or of this area that you're in. That's kind of interesting. They have some like really neat little cutscenes and little dialogue in between levels that you can partake in. And there's other characters that can get married. Like there's Sully, who is a cavalier. She like rides on a horse and uses a lance. And there's Virion, who's an archer. They have their support relationship up to rank B, and actually I can do a support right now, and they get up to rank A. So when they get to S rank, they'll get married. So, and that really, really increases their stats. Like you want to partner up whenever you can, because they're going to be like really powerful. Not only when you attack, but when you get attacked, you'll like a lot of times you'll dodge their attack, and then your partner will counterattack for you, or you'll counterattack as well. So you can get 2 attacks in a row, and that's really cool. I really, really like the support system in this game. I do want to mention the DLC. There's some free DLC right now if you download it before, I think it's like March 5th or 6th or something like that. It's a map, like just like one battle map, where you actually play with old characters from past Fire Emblem games. So the first one, you actually can get Marth from one of her previous games. I don't know which game it's supposed to be from, but what's really cool about it is that during that battle, it plays like retro music, like original music. I'm not familiar enough with the Fire Emblem games to know which game it's from, but it's the music from one of those games, and it sounds like it's not like the orchestrated stuff that you have in this game, but it's like the retro 8-bit sounding music, which is really cool. And that also the character art, like how like all the characters have their own look to them in this game, but in this for those DLC missions, it looks like it's from like the 80s or 90s. Like it has that like 80s or 90s anime style to it, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really
So
like that.
they're from the like NES or thing era, then a Super Nintendo era.
Yeah,
those
NES
ones
or Super Nintendo. Yeah, yep. It's really cool. I like that a lot. The only thing that sucks is like they don't have the support system for those characters. But basically, they're allies when you go into that mission. You fight with them against other characters from the old Fire Emblem games. Like I remember Ike. He was one of the characters from one of the Game Boy Advance games that I have. He was in there. And then you get Marth, and there's the second one that's about out right now. I think it's like $2 or $3. You can get Roy in there, I believe, and I think people probably know who these characters are from was it Smash Brothers on. Was it Nintendo 64 or
Super Smash Brothers Melee and Brawl.
Okay, yeah.
Like Marth and Rory are in Brawl in Melee, and I think Marth and Ike are in Brawl.
Okay, so that's if you've never played Fire Emblem games, then those characters that's where they're from. It's from these games. But yeah, I really, really like it. I'm up to chapter I think 5 now. Nobody's died yet. I'm playing it on normal, and I'm playing it on classic, so if one of my characters dies, they're dead for good. You can't bring them
The
back.
authentic way to play it
Yeah.
there.
So it's so far it's not too difficult, but I've had a couple close calls where I had a character down to like 3 health or like 1 health, and I was like, oh shit! Because I thought for sure they were gonna die, but luckily they didn't. So it's it can be pretty tense, And like I said, you definitely don't want to go rushing in. You want to be careful and think out like, okay, this guy. And one nice thing is you can see where the enemy's gonna move, so you want to position your guys, right at the edge of their range. And then you wait for them to move, and then you move in on them, and then that's when you can kind of attack them. You want to stay in groups. Like you don't want to be out by yourself because you'll die real quick. So yeah, if you like XCOM, you might want to try this. I know Patrick Klepek has been playing it on Giant Bomb, and he has never played a Fire Emblem game before. So you might like it if you want to check it out. I've played 2 or 3 of the Fire Emblem games. I played the GameCube one, and I've played both of the Game Boy Advance ones. And I also play a lot of these types of games, like Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games of all time. And Super Robot Wars, which is basically the exact same battle system as this, pretty much. So yeah, I really love this genre, and I really like this game a lot. I'm having a lot of fun. So
I've got the Sacred Stones, the GBA one, on the GBA as well, the 3DS, because it was one of the games on the Ambassador program.
oh, was it?
But
Oh, that's
I've yet
cool.
to- yeah, but I've yet to touch it.
Oh,
But I like to try them out though. I know a guy I follow on Twitter is a big fan of Fire Emblem. He's played a bunch of them as well, and he really likes them. He's playing it at the moment. I think he got his Fire Emblem bundle or something, because there's a special edition of it or something.
there's a special branded 3DS system, not the XL, but just a
Ye-
regular 3DS.
Yeah, I think he got it
Yeah.
now from North America, because he lives in the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
And he got it, and he's been playing Fire Emblem,
Okay.
because it doesn't come out here until April for some reason. I don't
Oh.
know why. Just is.
So are you gonna try it
Yeah.
out, or what do you think?
I should try Sacred Stones out now, and I should try it over the next few months. And if I like it enough, I'll say I'll probably get working when it comes out, and probably get it for my birthday or something.
And there is
Because I've heard good things about this one though. I heard it's really good though, and it's like, yeah, if you're only getting into like the Fire Emblem series, this is a good one to start at, as well.
yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I'll probably try it out though and see.
And there is like
I think there's a demo, isn't there?
Yep,
I
there's a
don't know
demo.
if it's the demos.
Yep.
I don't know if it's on here now.
oh, okay.
If there's I don't know if it's on the R3DS
Your
eShop
eShop.
now.
Yeah.
If it is, I'll probably try it and see.
There is some like multiplayer Wi-Fi stuff. I haven't really got into it. Like the Street Pass thing. There's
I
a
heard it's not that.
there's a
good,
team
though.
you can set up and like send them out for other players to like fight with. I don't really know how that works. So, and that's also where you go to download your stuff from the eShop as you go into the wireless thing here, and you get bonus items and stuff too. Like once you get your ranking up for like the street, I think it's for the Street Pass. Then you get rewards like different items and stuff. So that's cool. But speaking of friends on 3DS, I don't think you've entered my friend
I
code.
haven't played yet. Yeah, sorry. I'll have to do that soon enough.
Because I put you
the fact
online,
is,
but
yeah, I don't really switch on my 3DS at home though. It's usually at work when I put it on, and like there's no like Wi-Fi access
Oh.
at work though, so I have to do it at home. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I
have to.
don't see myself bringing the 3DS anywhere. Actually, I did try, like the day I got it. We had do a bunch of errands, and I brought it with me, like every store we went into, to see if maybe I get a Street Pass. I got nothing. I don't know if you have to be like with next to somebody for a certain time frame, or is it just kind of like, does it go really quick when you do a Street Pass, or how that works? But I'll probably bring it with me to the comic book convention that I'm going to I think it's in May. Maybe there'll be enough nerds there to have 3DSs, and I can get a Street Pass. So.
Yeah, like I remember going up to Belfast there. I think it was 2 years ago, well 2011 I believe, and I remember having it in my pocket, had it on like in sleep mode, because you can still like get street passes if it's
Yep.
in like sleep
Mhm.
mode or whatnot now, and I remember passing it and then taking it out at one time and it was like nothing, and then I closed and put it back in, and then like an hour or two later I got 4 then all of a sudden.
Huh.
But like I don't use it that much though, because no one around here. Like the only if I was to go to Belfast, I might take it though, but there's no point because no one around here would basically have it on themselves all the time though. It's basically the best place to you get street passes is like conventions and the like,
Yeah.
because you'll get a shitload there though. Other than that, it's just a waste for people like myself.
So anyway, that's all I'm playing, and I'm planning on playing a whole ton of this game in the next week. I'll probably get Aliens, which comes out on Tuesday. Aliens Infestation for 360.
Any idea when the reviews of that's coming? Would be tomorrow.
Probably on Monday or Tuesday. I know Alex is playing it for Giant Bomb.
Yeah, so probably see it then.
So we'll see.
I'll just see what the reviews are for that game and see what the overall consensus is. Like I said, I haven't seen too much of that game though to see what it actually looks like.
Yeah, I'm honestly not expecting much from it, but I really like the Aliens universe, so I'm probably gonna like it just for that alone.
It's been delayed several times, so whenever I hear a game's been delayed several times, that doesn't really sound good.
Yeah.
Because usually sometimes when a game gets delayed a few certain times, it
Like Duke
ends up
Nukem?
not being as good as it used to be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like, okie dokie. I think we'll probably just skip the discussion for this week. I do want to discuss it though for another time though. I'll just get into news because, like I said, there's a shit ton of news.
Yes.
And we'll probably, talk about a few things at length here anyway. And we'll just leave the launch date stuff until last, and then we'll wrap things up after that though. But we'll just discuss the discussion thing. Just basically let you know now. It's basically I just have a problem with Xbox Live at the moment. I just wanted to basically discuss, is it worth it anymore? And I just like to give my 2 cents in the situation and whether you agree or disagree with my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk about it for another time. So anyway, let's get into the news. We've got about 20,000 news stories here, and we have split them into different sections, which Derek has done a great job with. Therefore, we'll not get lost in the shuffle now.
Yeah.
First part is game and hardware announcements, and one of the announcements this week that a lot of people were very excited for was for a third in a very renowned PC RPG series by CD Projekt Red, and that is The Witcher 3 was confirmed via Game Informer cover and trailer. So Derek, take it away.
Well, like you said, it was revealed on the Game Informer cover, also on their Witcher's Facebook page. There's a teaser little video about it. They just announced, Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt, and also of note is that this is the last game of the series. They're not going to be making any more Witcher games. It's coming up for PC and high-end platforms, launching in 2014.
So in other words, next gen
Yes.
Yep. So
now, I don't think you've played any of the Witcher games now, have you?
I played. There's some sort of streaming service that allows you to play PC games, like no matter how good or bad your PC is, it just streams it to you, and it's like running on
live now, was it?
No, it was some other. I can't remember what the name was. Some weird name. So I played it there and didn't really get very far because the streaming wasn't good enough to handle the game, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It seems interesting. I guess I just haven't tried it. Actually, I do own I do own Witcher 1 and 2 on PC. I have it on my Steam thing. I just haven't installed them or tried it to see if it works. But I know it's got a lot of stuff going on in that game for sure.
Yeah, like definitely Witcher 2 on the PC. If you have it on ultra settings, it looks magnificent. It looks definitely one of the best looking PC games you can get at this moment in time now. I've got both of them. I've got both of them on the PC, and I've got the Witcher 2 on the 360. And I played some of it though, and it's a pretty good game. I just need to play more of it though, but unfortunately.
I think I'll be
It's an RPG.
I think I'll be really interested in this game because it's an open world with a non-linear story, so it's kind of like Skyrim, where you just go around doing whatever. They said the
Yeah,
world is 30 times bigger than the world in Witcher 2.
yeah, which is, geez, that's saying something though. Then I don't think the world in Witcher 2 will be big, but that's saying it's 30 times bigger. So you
Yep.
can easily spend a good couple of hundred hours wandering around doing all sorts of shit. And same with the name Wild Hunt, you're going around hunting, so it's going to be flipping medieval Far Cry,
Yeah,
fantasy
could be.
art
Yeah,
Far
it sounds
Cry.
like it could be cool.
What are your thoughts, Dennis?
Well, I have Witcher 1 and 2 on PC. I played a little bit of Witcher 2. It does look great, and everything, but it's just too confusing for me. There's just way too many things to do, and I know I felt kind of overwhelmed with all the things, the potions, the crafting, and
Yeah,
all that.
like I can understand though, because the fact is you can't when you're definitely in a battle, you can't go, oh, just click on this item to heal yourself or anything. You
Mm,
basically have to go all sorts of different things, like you have to mix potions and all that
yeah,
there with the alchemy system, a mix of various different like ingredients to make the potions and all that there, and
exactly.
can be a bit overburdened
Yeah,
sometimes.
it was
I can
too
understand.
overwhelming for me, so I didn't really play a whole lot.
Are there
Uh,
QTEs?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Not
because I'm looking
really.
in the story and it says there are no QTEs in Witcher 3.
Okay.
So that must imply that there was in the first two games.
Probably I did.
I think there was in Witcher 2. I think there were certain points, so I forget though, but I could be completely
Hmm.
wrong.
I really don't remember. I can't tell you.
But I didn't play enough to remember though.
Mm,
Like I played maybe about 5 or 6 hours of Witcher 2.
yeah, I didn't
I
play.
played the first one as well. I played like about probably around the same length in the first one as well,
Mm-hmm.
which is definitely a different battle system to the second one.
Yeah.
They definitely play different though in terms of the combat.
Yeah, game looks cool. I'm
Yeah,
probably gonna check it out,
yeah,
especially if it's on next gen systems. That'd be sweet.
yeah. I'm sure it looked fucking brilliant as well. Cause CG Project Red, they definitely know how to make games look great though.
Yeah.
Like I think that the first one looked pretty good when it came out, and second one, just absolutely fantastic looking
Mm-hmm.
game. Um, yes, Skylanders is still around. They're not scared off by the Disney Infinity project, which is coming out in June. And I don't know if any of you guys did you watch the video with Jess Gershman
Yes, a
talking
man in
about
his
it.
underwear talks about Skylander Swap Force. Yes, I watched it. It was funny.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
Actually,
Jeff loves
I'll
this.
probably end up buying this game because I didn't buy Giants mostly because it's expensive and like if Jeff doesn't like it, then I don't think I would like it.
Yeah, I heard, yeah, he's basically said like he really liked the first one though, but Giants wasn't. It was just pretty much too much of the same.
Yeah.
And the fact is they ran very slow. But a new game was announced there. Well, that's pretty much the first thing I knew of it was from his video. That's when I first encountered. Oh, there's a new Skylanders game announced, and it's Skylanders Swap Force. And the thing about this one is now is you basically there's a set of new Skylanders will be coming out, but the fact is you can split them in half and combine different ones together. Where I think one of them's called Blast Zone, isn't it? It's like this robot one, and another one's called Washbuckler. And the fact is you can take off the bottom half of Washbuckler, his like tentacles,
Hmm.
and basically, actually connect him to the top of Blast Zone and become Blast Buckler, and use like a different, traversal and all that stuff and different abilities and that there.
That's cool.
And it looks pretty cool, and it is different developer doing this one now. I think it's Vicarious Visions
Yep.
that are doing it instead for the Toys for Bob ones, and apparently it looks a lot better than the
Yeah,
previous ones.
it doesn't look
Judging
like
from
a
the
Wii
screen.
game that was up-resed for 360 and PS3. It looks like a
Mm.
next gen. Well, not next gen, like
Current
PS4
gen.
or Xbox or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
it looks a lot better than like a Wii port.
Yeah, like it definitely does. Judging from just the screenshots though alone, no. Like, was there a trailer released for
Yeah,
it?
there's a trailer.
Oh, I haven't seen it then. But like from the screenshots I've seen of it though, it definitely does look
They
very
look much
promising.
more animated, which is nice. Like the characters.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And you can
agree.
jump too. You can jump
Yeah,
now.
that's another thing as well. You can jump in this game, where in the last one you couldn't really.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a new portal as well because it has to make
Yeah.
way with this new one.
Yep, new
So
portal.
unfortunately, the portal you have for the previous two games ain't gonna work. So you're gonna have to fork out
Yeah.
your cash for this one.
Gonna have to buy that one.
I know a lot of people really like the Skylanders. They're addicted to collecting Skylanders.
Yep.
And it's definitely going to be one of them. I think there's 16
Yeah, 16.
new ones will be released when the game comes out in fall.
So they say you can make 256 unique combinations of those 16
Hmm.
if you buy all
Yeah, which-
16.
Yeah, which I could probably say is probably around the right mark. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really play much of the first one, unfortunately. Though, I should go back to it though, because what I played, it's pretty cool game. Not the hardest game in the world though, but it's pretty unique. The next one, which I'll let Dennis talk about, is J.J. Abrams and Valve working on game project together on apparently Portal and Half-Life movies.
Yep.
J.J. Abrams seems to be fucking making every nerd's dream come true, or making every nerd orgasm.
Yeah.
Because he's working on a lot of shit. He did the Star Trek reboot.
Yeah.
He's actually confirmed as being director of the Star Wars Episode 7 film. And now he's collaborating with Valve, apparently, working together.
And I think he's doing other movies too, besides that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he working on the
J.J. Abrams
spin-offs?
is a very busy man.
Is he working on the Star Wars spin-offs? Because
I don't know yet.
yeah, there was two Star Wars.
No, knowing him, probably. But I know he's working on Episode 7 anyway.
Yeah, there were two Star Wars spin-offs announced this week. A Han Solo one and a Yoda one. So
A movie or like a TV show?
movies, yeah, movies.
Wow.
So I don't know if he's working on those, but as you said, Darren, he's making every nerd's fantasies come to life. He's not working on Half-Life 3. He's actually working on a brand new Half-Life game with Valve, which is interesting. So probably they said, well, there won't be any Half-Life 3, and we're just going with, something new. So I don't know.
What a surprise.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with that. There's also, as you said, Darren talks for a Half-Life and Portal movies, plural. So another interesting thing. He's going to be working his ass off for the next, I don't know how many long years, but
decade.
yeah. But I think it's interesting. Half-Life and Portal movies. Especially if they get the same woman that did the voice for GLaDOS to be in the movie, that would be awesome. That'd be quite great.
I couldn't care less. Like the thing is, though, you see films being announced for video game movies being announced flipping every so often nowadays, and I just basically take it with a grain of salt because like most of the time they never actually come into fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Gears of War film. Like we've heard it like a few years ago, nothing's come out of it.
Yeah, but that's
remember the whole Halo
that's still on.
thing with Peter Jackson. Nothing ever came out of it.
That's still on though. I mean, Gears of War.
It's not on. Fuck that. That's fucking years now. I couldn't care less about that now.
But the Assassin's Creed one is still. I know that one's
Yeah,
still
I'll say basically say if I see some sort of trailer or screenshots of it, then I know it actually exists.
Mhm.
If I hear just say, "Oh, we're announcing it, we're working on a film," I just say, "Oh, yeah, so what? Let me see something from it, and then I'll believe you."
on. Yeah. Well,
That's my honest opinion in the matter.
J.J. Abrams. I think he's actually going to come through with that. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I think it's going to happen. So can't wait to see.
Well,
it.
we'll see anyway. But I'm as I said, just take it with. I'll believe it when I see
Yeah.
it, pretty much.
I know. There've been so many things that have been announced and never came through. So
Yeah, there was like World of Warcraft. There was like a BioShock one apparently was as well. There's just so many ones pretty much in limbo at this point.
Yeah.
They were announced, but you never hear anything much from them after that.
The last video game movie that was released was what, Prince of Persia.
I think so.
So yeah.
Well, I know actually Resident Evil, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
But like a proper
Those don't count.
new IP one in terms of video game movies,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the one.
But yeah. Yeah. So keep an eye open for that. J.J. Abrams and Valve.
We'll just see what he does though. Anyway,
Mhm.
guy's fucking gonna be worked his ass off, it seems, for the next decade at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Star Trek comes out this year, the second one, doesn't it?
Yeah. Star Trek Into Darkness, which looks phenomenal.
Yeah, the trailer
Comes out this
was
year.
released like last month, wasn't it? Looked pretty good.
Oh, that movie's gonna be great. I love the reboot. I love the new Star Trek. It was awesome. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see this one.
I really enjoyed it myself, despite the fact I've never watched a Star Trek movie or an episode before that, like a full one.
That's the cool thing, because you don't have to be a fan of Star Trek to appreciate that movie. You know,
Mhm.
like
But I'm sure a lot of people probably got into Star Wars because of that film as well. It's like, oh, this looks cool. I like to explore more of this universe.
I mean, Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. Want to explore like this new universe of like
Yeah.
Kirk and Spock and like the the other ones with
Mhm.
Next Generation and that there, Jean-Luc Picard and
Yeah.
Data and all that there.
Yeah. There were some
That's-
some things that will appeal to longtime fans, and some stuff that will appeal to newcomers. You know, that's
Mhm.
great. I think that's pretty good. They did a good mix of both of them. Yeah, can't wait to see Into Darkness with Khan. Should be interesting.
When is it released now? Does it have a date?
It's May. It's in May. I think it's May 24th, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
It's in May. I don't know the exact date.
Yeah.
Yeah, May's usually kind of.
I think Iron Man 3 is in May too.
Yeah, Iron Man
Yeah.
3, I think, is May 12th or something. Yeah, it's gonna be a.
Yeah, May's kind of sort of the start of the summer blockbuster
Mhm.
schedule, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you get this
It's
sort
gonna
of
be a shitload of movies again.
get going then.
Shitload of movies again this year, so. Yeah.
Uh,
Should be interesting.
I have to see what I actually want to see what's coming out though, because there's not that much.
Hmm.
Wreck-It Ralph's out here now finally. I might go see it this
Wow.
week or next week.
That took a while.
Let you know. Yeah, 3 months.
Damn.
I don't know why. Just to get some people do their voices over here, because it'll be different. Like there'll be certain characters' voices will be different here than they would be in the States.
Hmm.
Voiceovers, like there's a station over here called BBC Radio 1.
Hmm.
The breakfast host in it is actually did a voice for probably a cameo voice for like 5 seconds or something.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, is that the reason for the delay? So you can get shit like that happen. Well done.
It's fantastic.
Anyway, moving on here. We all know how Assassin's Creed 3, pretty much again, it's gotten a lot of polarizing opinions.
Yep.
And it doesn't really come as a shock that there's going to be a new Assassin's Creed on the way. Is that correct? Isn't that correct, Derek?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, at this point, isn't it like an annual franchise now?
Yeah,
pretty much.
since the 2nd
Mhm.
one.
So the CEO has announced that the next installment will be launching in the company's fiscal 2014. No platforms announced, but there will be a new hero and a new time period.
Yeah.
Also
So
rumored
in
to
other
be set in
words-
Brazil and possibly feature co-op.
Mm.
So in other words, they're getting rid of Connor.
Yep.
Which I'm not really surprised, because
fast.
the fact is that storyline kind of
Yeah.
seemed to have ended on a. That was pretty much a thorough line in that one, I believe. Anyway, it wasn't sort of like cliffhanger or anything like Ezio.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty much straightforward the way that story flows.
Mhm.
You're on a revenge path. You get your revenge. End story.
Yeah.
Nothing much
That's it. That's all.
happens after that. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, his story's done. No need to explore more of this universe.
And he was a very bad character, so you know, kind of glad they're
Yeah,
gonna bring him
I
back.
wasn't really fussing him though. I still prefer him over Altair,
Yeah.
but I still nothing matches Ezio though.
Mhm.
In my opinion, he was a great character to play as, and know more about.
Yeah, that's why he has 3 games.
Yeah, despite the fact I only played a bit of the third one and couldn't care less for it.
Yeah, but still, he has 3 games. He's pretty popular, so you know.
So apparently this will be released sometime before March 2014.
Yep.
So probably November. It'll probably be announced. There'll probably be more information. Will be announced at E3.
Yeah, it'll probably come out in November. It's kind of an annual
'cause
thing.
always October and November, because usually that time is when the new Assassin's Creed game comes out anyway. What are your predictions? What do you want to see?
Well, the rumors are Brazil.
The setting.
I guess the rumors are Brazil. That would be interesting. I don't know what time period they're going to choose for Brazil, though. Like, I'm trying to think back into history, what happened in Brazil that could be, linked to an Assassin's Creed game. Like, they always go with something that happened in the course of history to put you in the middle of it, and gameplay-wise and all that. So, I'm trying to think back at what happened in Brazil.
Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank there as well. I don't really remember, because I know like the first game was like the Crusades. The second ones was during like the Renaissance era, and all that. There, and the third one there was basically during the War of Independence.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where they're gonna go with this one. The thought of co-op is interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. So that looks pretty interesting.
could work like like Crackdown or something now.
They could get to
Which
jump
would
in.
be nice.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see one in modern day. Well, modern day in the game, I mean, I think I would like to see one.
Yeah, climb up skyscrapers will take you 5 minutes to get up there.
Yeah, because I think the most interesting parts of Assassin's Creed 3 were actually the ones that you played as Desmond. Like Desmond's final mission that he does, that was a fantastic mission.
That was awesome.
That was very, very
It was
awesome.
one of my favorite parts in that game.
Yeah. So I would be very interested to see if modern day Assassin's Creed.
What about you, Derek?
Like Dennis, I would like to see a modern day Assassin's Creed. That's what I was hoping for with the third game that we didn't get. But I mean, the setting is fine, but the game's not quite as good as 2 or Brotherhood. So
Yeah.
I would rather see modern day than anything else, I think.
Yeah. I would like to see modern day as well, though. But the one I'd like to see, I don't know if it'll ever happen, though. I don't know why. I'd like to see it as a Western one. That would be another one I'd really like to see. I just like to see more Western games.
That would be
in my honest
interesting.
opinion.
Could be
That
interesting.
actually, yeah, that would actually be interesting.
Yeah.
One at that time period or prohibition, a prohibition one that have in the States, like when all the gangsters came out, like Al Capone and all that.
That actually would be a pretty good setting as well.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So
Or someone like during the war as well. Actually, during one of the world wars
Yeah.
would be very
Yep.
intriguing. Like World War One, especially though.
yeah, that would be.
That'd be very interesting to see something like that happen. You would fucking basically fighting along trances and all that there.
Yep.
Be very interesting. I don't think it'll be really good to play, perhaps though, but it'll just be very interesting setting.
Yeah, I'll go to Ubisoft Montreal tomorrow and give them the ideas. Just walk in there and, hey guys, I got ideas.
So this is what I've got here. Anyway, speaking of Ubisoft, more Ubisoft news here. A $390 Wii U Zombie U bundle is coming out February 17th, which is next Sunday.
Yep.
This is pretty much in sort of similar to the one we got at launch. It's basically Nintendo launching new deluxe hardware bundle in North America this month with Pro Controller download code for Nintendo Land. And you probably get the game, a copy of Zombie U. So if you live in Europe or you live in the UK, like myself, you pretty much know that this bundle is pretty much the same as the one we got already, except for the fact that you get a download code for Nintendo Land. We never got that, which annoys me. But in addition, the bundle includes a Zombie U artwork booklet and never before seen developer commentary. On top of this, the pack features a download code for Nintendo Land instead of a physical disc, which is included with the standard Wii U deluxe bundles. Apparently, it represents a saving of over $70 if all items were purchased separately. So, would this convince you to get a Wii U, guys? I doubt it.
Not at all.
Yeah. It's just basically a bundle though. It's pretty much the bundle we got, except for you get a few little extras. Like that's the one I got for Christmas. I got the Zombie U one. I got the Deluxe Wii U. I got Zombie U, and I got a Pro controller. And it was like 320 odd pounds.
Have you ever gotten around to play some more Zombie U, or have you just?
I have not touched it since Christmas Day.
Damn. Wow.
And I have no interest in going back to it either.
Crap. Okay.
It's not like it's a horrible game. No, the main problem I have with it though, the combat is very mediocre.
Mhm.
Like, the fact is, all you have as a melee weapon is a cricket bat, and you get firearms and that there as well from time to time. Like, but you're like limited ammo.
Mhm.
But I wish there was more melee weapons. I wish you could just pick up various melee weapons, from Dead Island or Condemned and hit zombies with it, though.
Yeah.
And the fact is, the amount of times you kill a zombie, it seems to be randomized. Like, sometimes you could take you a couple of hits to kill one, and other times it could take you, like, 5, 6, 7 hits to kill another. Even though, like, there's kind of same kind of zombie.
Mhm.
It's just very random. And I don't like that.
Okay.
And like this thing as well, the zombies seem to kill you in 2 hits. Seem to fucking take you down too quickly as well.
Mm.
And I thought I was gonna like this game because I heard people talk about it's gonna be something like Dark Souls, things like that. So, this sounds cool.
Mhm.
Where if you die, you actually have to be a different person, and you have to go and fight the one you were before, and fight him. He or she becomes a zombie, and you have to fight him to get your stuff back.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, this seems cool. This sounds sort of Dark Souls-esque, but yep, played an hour of it, and I just don't like that combat.
Yeah.
That just kills the game for me then.
Yeah, I heard it was really slow and not good at all.
Like all the way that the Wii U the Wii U gamepad's used in it's very good. It's probably the best example of how that gamepad's used on a game thus far. The way you basically, enter a code or, scan stuff about with your gamepad and, go through your inventory and things like that now, but it's just the combat's just not the power.
Mhm.
Like Jeff Gershman said in one of the bombcasts, if it was like Condemned, it'd be a brilliant game.
Mhm.
And if it was Condemned combat, even Dead Island combat, I think it would be a great game.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not. I know Patrick Klepper really liked it though, but
Yeah, he put it in his top 10.
yeah, and a lot of people quite like it. It's a game that's gotten mixed reviews, a lot of polarizing
Yep.
opinions. Some people really like it, and some people think it sucks.
Mhm.
I'm in the middle though. It's all right though, but it's just the combat kind of kills it.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on here. A $250 gamepad equipped tablet launching this spring. Dennis, what is this?
Exactly. What is this?
It's exactly what it says. Yeah,
The link doesn't even work.
Yeah,
Does it?
it's not. The links towards GameSpot are not working right now.
Oh, it worked now.
Okay. I'm trying to get on
Yes.
GameSpot here.
7-inch Android-powered WikiPad. Why is it called a WikiPad?
WikiPad tablet coming to leading retailers later this year. Delayed due to flaw discovered in pilot production run.
$250
So
bucks.
Yeah, as you
So
can
it's
see, that's
basically a
the
gamepad.
that's the gamepad right there.
It looks like the Wii U gamepad,
exactly.
kinda.
Yeah.
But you can take
Except
the tablet out.
it's
It looks like, I bet.
Just wanted to get
Can't
you
you?
guys' opinion on that.
Yeah, it's an attachable dual analog controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does look a bit like a Wii U gamepad.
They should
Yeah,
just
there
sell
was
that
a.
thing separately and like just so you can use it on different devices.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There was a delay in production also because of the pilot.
If you could use that, if you ever use that on probably iPad for certain games, that'd be great.
Hmm.
Well, that'd be
Like
way
if
too
they,
big then.
yeah, but if they made like a bigger one for it, that'd be great. Like I'd honestly would like it though if they can use it, because like I said, I'd playing Mutant Muds on it though, and fortunately I screw up a bit few too many times. Sometimes due to the touchscreen, because I fucking thought I pressed the A button and just missed it out by like an inch
Hmm.
on the touchpad on the touchscreen.
So that thing's $250. Comes with. I don't think it comes with anything. I haven't seen anything written there.
Yeah, there's a 10-inch version still in development
Yeah.
though, but not the company's focus at present. So just basically promoting this one and
Hmm.
releasing it then.
So.
It's basically an Android one, so you basically download all the Android games. So
Hmm. So what do you guys
But it
think?
has a micro SD slot, so that's good.
comes with 16 gigabytes of memory with a micro SD slot to support an additional 32 gigabytes of storage. The Wikipad table boasts an NVIDIA Tegra 3 quad-core processor and is optimized for cloud gaming.
So what do you guys think of that?
I couldn't care less, quite frankly. Like I'm fine with my iPad. Like if there's ones who are just looking for something on the cheap though, like cheaper than an iPad, it's like, oh, this seems cool enough.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
smaller
Should
too
try it
though.
out. Yeah, smaller as well, more
It's like an
efficient.
iPad mini.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't.
but like
I don't know.
for other people, yeah, especially when it comes with that little wee, controller thing as well. It's like, yeah, because there is certain games on, iOS and Android that are definitely not optimized for touchscreen controls.
Mhm.
Like
if you want to play
GTA
shooter
Vice City, that's on there.
yeah, if you want to play like shooters and things like that, you're better off using some sort of controller.
Yep.
So that'd be great for those kind of games. But like for certain games, like 110 million and certain games like that now,
Mhm.
touchpad's probably better.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that thing. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't buy that, but
Nah.
who knows?
I wouldn't either.
Who knows?
Nope.
Anyway, Capcom, we all know how
Marvelous.
a lot of people hate their guts.
Hell yeah.
With their kind of ridiculous DLC, on disc DLC, and
Mm.
the flack they've gotten with DMC, Devil May Cry, and Resident Evil 6 over the past few months.
Mhm.
A thing's coming to Xbox Live Arcade and PSN. It's known as the Capcom Arcade Cabinet.
Mhm.
Isn't that correct, Derek?
Yes, it's kind of like Game Room in that it's a bunch of like classic, well, I guess classic, maybe not the correct word because some of these games I've never heard of, but old Capcom arcade games from like the 80s. They're releasing on, PSN and Xbox Live Arcade. I don't think there's any kind of like arcades set up like in like Game Room, but it's just the games. There's a whole bunch of different game packs they're releasing starting on February 19th. Each 3-game bundle is $10 or 800 Microsoft points. Each individual game is $3.99 or 320 Microsoft points. The first game pack is $4.99 or 400 Microsoft points. So you have Black Tiger, Avengers 1943, The Battle of Midway, Ghosts and Goblins, Gunsmoke, Section Z, Sidearms, Legendary Wings, Trojan, Commando, Speed Rumbler, X's, I don't know what that is. I said Sidearms already. Legendary Wings, Trojan, 1942, Sun, Pirate Ship, Hijimaru. I think that's it. Looks like they're releasing, the dates are different for Xbox Live Arcade and PSN, but yeah, like Gunsmoke, I like that game a lot. I would probably be interested in that one. And the shooters like 1943 or 1942.
Mhm.
But a lot of these I've never even heard of.
Yeah, I believe at the end as well, once they are all out there, you can basically get
Oh, you can buy an all-in-one pack
prices.
for $30 or
Yeah, I think it's
2,000
30
points.
bucks. yeah,
So that's gonna be
when
like
when all of
in
them
May.
May 21st, all in one packet in all games for 29.99 or 2,000 Microsoft points, like you said.
Mhm.
So
So
if this does
yeah,
well, then maybe that would mean they would put out some of their games from like the late '80s or early '90s, where you have a lot of like beat 'em ups, like Alien versus Predator. You have your Dungeons and Dragons games. Um, God, what else? They did a whole ton of like beat 'em ups like that.
Yeah,
I'm really
that'd be
hopeful that they
interesting.
do, but I doubt they would even do that.
Mhm.
yeah.
Somehow I don't think this is going to do very well.
Yeah, because the fact is, like yourself, there's a few of these here I've never heard of.
Mhm.
Like I've heard of, Commando and Ghost of Goblins, 1942, and Black Tiger, and a few other those ones, but some of them I've never heard of. But like watched the trailer for it now, and some of them look pretty cool. It's like, I might try them out. Trial version of them though,
Mhm.
see if they're worth like the points now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like I might just get them all down the line for 30 points anyway for the $30.
yeah, I
It's like,
might.
yeah,
I mean, I
it's
have enough credits right. I have enough points right now. I could.
yeah. So it'll be pretty good, but unfortunately you have to wait till May, because there's no point getting them all now. Like I'll probably just wait till May when they're all out, and it's like, oh, I'll just get them all in one bundle rather than purchase them separately
Mhm.
and that costing more overall. Then,
Yeah.
have you any interest in this, Dennis, whatsoever?
Not for now, but maybe I'll down the line maybe buy them on Xbox Live when they come on sale or something. But for now, no, not really. Not really interested in that.
I'm just looking at a
Okay.
list of all their arcade games, and there's just like tons of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forget some. Like I know they did some quite renowned, and like I know like the Dungeon and Dragon one they did, I believe, is quite renowned. A lot of people I know from the YouTube community really like that game, and like would love to see it actually on released on a Xbox Live Arcade or PSN.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skim through like UN Squadron, Shooter, love that game. The Punisher, another beat 'em up. That's a fun game. Red Earth, that's a fighting game. I don't think that's been released anywhere, has it? They've done Power Stone. I don't know if they would put those out. Those are arcade games. All the
Well,
Darkstalkers
yeah, but they did
games.
the Power Stone collection on the PSP.
Knights of the Round,
But
King of Dragons, Gunsmoke, got that. Giga Wing, Final Fight, Dungeons and Dragons, like we said. Cyberbots, that's another fighting game. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, that game's awesome. Alien vs Predator, yeah. There's a ton of awesome arcade games from late '80s, early '90s that I would like them to release.
oh yeah, that'd be good. No, like some of them I've never heard of, but from what I've seen of it, they look pretty cool anyway. And finally, the last news here in the game and hardware section is if there was a Kickstarter for a console, this open source console, so there
Mhm.
was, called the Ouya, um, that was pretty much it got its Kickstarter though, and it's coming to stores. It's coming to Best Buy, Target, GameStop, and apparently is also announced that there's going to be a new iteration for it every year. So they're basically going to do an Apple,
Yeah.
pull an Apple,
Yeah.
where they're going to release a
An
new
Apple product.
iteration for it year in
Mhm.
and year out with upgrades and probably things like that. And I believe the US is going to be $99 when it comes out, because I think that was what it was cost to get one on the Kickstarter.
Yeah, $100, and they'll be available at Best Buy, GameStop, and Target, and Amazon.
Yeah,
So $100 you get the console and a controller, and the
yeah,
controller is like as big as the console.
and
Yeah.
the controllers are pretty much
50
half
bucks.
of what
Yeah.
half of what the console
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Mhm.
the consoles is basically this little wee cubish thing. It's not like a proper cube, but looks like a cube with a little wee slant at the bottom,
Yeah.
and the controller looks very weird.
Mhm. Yeah, it does.
So it does. Um, I know a few people put pledge to the Kickstarter now, so they did.
Mhm.
And I've seen like videos of like their sort of kind of going through some of the development process and that there as well. And it looks interesting though. Like there's a lot of flipping sort of these different developers and things like that announcing consoles now, and I'm not really sure if they're going to succeed now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly really surprised that they're going to be selling this at like Best Buy and Target. I don't think it's going to do very well in like a boxed retailer store.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the system seller games? You know, what are you going to sell?
It's just basically if you have your like Android, you can play some of that stuff. And the thing as well, apparently, is the fact is every game that's going to be released for this, it has to have a trial version, has to have a demo.
So just like the
So you
Xbox.
cannot put. Yeah. So basically, if you don't have, you can't put anything on the store for this here unless it has some sort of demo.
Mm-hmm.
Which does good though.
Mm-hmm.
Like Xbox does do that. That's one thing I commend Xbox Live for. They do have that there, whereas PSN does not. Doesn't have that for every game. It's one of the advantages, the few advantages Xbox Live has over PSN, in my honest opinion. Have you any interest in this whatsoever?
Not at all.
No.
Nah, not me either. I couldn't really care less about these different ones. Like, I'll be surprised if they actually do well, but I see these gonna go wayside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'll probably cater to some people now who don't want to spend, $400, $500 on a new console though, but especially if there's gonna be one every year now, you're just better off waiting for like a
Yeah, exactly. Why would you buy the first one when there's going to be a better one?
Yeah.
If there's gonna be a better one down the line. It's like, I got a new Apple iPad. Oh wait, there's a new one now coming out. Great. That's why I didn't get the first iPad, because I knew there was going to be another one. I got the iPad 3, the new iPad.
Which is no longer new.
Known as. Yeah, it's the iPad Mini.
Well, there's the iPad 4.
Yeah, iPad 4. So I was like, oh fuck, I couldn't give a rat's ass. iPad 3 does exactly what I want. That's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, on to the next gen console rumors. PS4 and 720, which if it's called that, I'm going to do a facepalm. Apparently, the first news here that I'll let Denis talk about, because I have to go and call my taxi, is PS4 will let you record gameplay and let you share it online. Apparently, controller has share button and touchpad. So take it away, Denis.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read up a little bit on this because I think Derek posted it. So.
Yeah, we did talk about it a little bit last week, where there's like a touchpad on the controller.
Yeah. Exactly,
apparently, there's like there's a share button. Rumored, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's.
Go ahead.
Weird, a little bit. I don't know.
Like you can share like your gameplay clips and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look at me! I just did beat this high score, or I just killed this boss, or whatever.
Yeah.
So hopefully if they do that, hopefully that it lets you put it on like Facebook and Twitter, not just some Sony branded, social network thing or something.
Yeah. I don't think
just fail.
I don't think it'll go on Facebook or Twitter. Maybe Facebook, but not Twitter. Not I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But I'm kind of not thinking. I don't think it will. I think it'll go to some Sony website thingamajig, and you'll have to go there. And if you want.
Nobody will even probably do it then. I don't think.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So
it sounds like there's this report from Edge. It says that it'll record the most recent 15 minutes of on-screen action, which you then can edit and share using the console's sharing function.
Mm-hmm.
And they also say that the PS4 will be more powerful than the Microsoft console.
Yeah. That's interesting. I wonder how it'll work, but it's kind of interesting to see that you can just press a button and share your stuff online, or
Well, you can do that nowadays for certain games. Now I know Call of Duty has, I think Black Ops 2 has a function where you can record your gameplay and put it up to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a hardware level, that's software level. This is hardware.
It's software level though, so I think they're probably going to try to do that for most games now, and for the next, because a lot of people tend to stream their games live now on Twitch and that there. It's become very popular over the last few years with live streams and that there, and let's plays and the like though. So I wouldn't really be surprised if they do something like this now, but I don't know if it's going to be.
It sounds like it's constantly recording, and then once you hit the share button, it'll like share the last 15 minutes.
Right.
So it's like a DVR or something.
Yeah, probably.
But how much space is that going to take up on your system?
Exactly.
That's a good question. You're probably gonna need to have so much space to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be like fucking a gigabit? Is it going to be like fraps?
Maybe it's like maybe it's
like
like constantly deleting like once it gets to 15 minutes and you go to 20 minutes, it'll delete the first 5 minutes of that or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it might just take. It might just keep a certain period, a certain amount of time, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
It could be cool. It could be interesting.
Yeah, it could.
Don't know if it's going to be like fraps level now, where it takes like fucking half your bloody hard disk space in 5 minutes. Which fraps does take a lot of space from one. I don't know if there's any setting, but I remember using it sometimes like a few years ago, and like for like a minute of footage it seemed to take like a couple of gigs. It's like ridiculous. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see anyway.
Yeah.
We'll learn more about it perhaps at this certain event, which leads us to the next story here.
Yeah.
Sony's rumored PlayStation 4 reveal event will be live streamed.
Yeah.
So that's not a surprise.
Not at all. No.
Because it would be pretty stupid for them not to do this thing and say, "Oh, we're not going to live stream. We're just basically going to keep this hush hush." And you'll have to find out afterwards when the event's over with what the actual unveil was.
Yeah.
So
it's not.
So that is February 20th, which is next Wednesday week, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah,
what
it's
day
on Wednesday. Yeah.
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 It's not next Wednesday. It's not the upcoming Wednesday. It's the
week after.
week after.
Yeah. Which will be very interesting to see, though. It's basically Sony confirms games will be watched February 20th PlayStation meeting live on event online.
Yeah, it'll be at 6:00 Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern time, 15 o'clock Pacific, 3 o'clock Pacific time, and 11 o'clock here.
Yeah.
So it'll be 5 o'clock your time, Dark.
So I'll be home. Sweet, I can watch it.
Yeah, I'll be up
too.
too.
Central. Yeah.
'Cause I work till 4.
I won't be up though because it's February 20th. I'll be at work.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, no, I won't be. It's the next Wednesday. No, I will be off on Wednesday though. But chances are I'll be asleep at that point.
You sure you're not gonna stay up and watch it?
Yeah.
I probably will though, but I'll be fucking tired though next day.
You can sleep beforehand and watch it.
But the thing is though, I'll stay up for 11 o'clock and it'll last all of half an hour, and it's like gives you no information whatsoever. It's like, yeah, we're announcing the PS4. You'll find out more at E3. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Which is my prediction anyway. I'll just unveil it and just tell you little stuff about it though, but they'll say we'll reveal more, we'll reveal probably the costs and that there perhaps at E3.
Yeah.
So,
it'll be the reveal and that'll be that. So.
Yeah.
They gotta have some game footage. They can't just say, here's the PS4. I mean, they gotta say something about it.
They'll probably show some tech demo or something though, like they've done over the last
ducks.
few. Yeah, like that polygonal face thing for the PlayStation 2, and then the whole ducks thing in the bath, the rubber ducks in the bath for the PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to be the tech demo for the PlayStation 4 now?
Console of the future. Woo. Yeah.
It'll be
We'll just have to wait and see.
feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Highly detailed feathers.
High
Physics.
detailed feathers.
Or the duck roasting in a pan somewhere or something. They killed the duck and they're cooking it now. So.
Yeah, they're cooking the rubber ducks in the frying pan.
Yeah.
Lovely. Anyway, moving on to Sony's competitor, Xbox.
Why don't we finish off with the other PS4?
Yeah, let's do the other
quick.
PS4.
Oh yeah,
right away.
okay. We'll start with it first. Is apparently it'll be cost more than $400 and feature cloud streaming.
Holy crap.
Which is kind of along the lines we were talking about earlier with the whole record gameplay and streaming out there. But $400 is
a whole shit of a lot.
This is a bit too much for some people.
Yeah.
Like me and Derek were discussing a little about the before the podcast. What the fact is that when the PlayStation 3 came out, when it was announced, the price of it, everybody went crazy. Like it was like $499, $500 for the 40 gig, was it, or 20
Yeah,
gig?
something like that.
I think it was
I was
20.
like $600 for the 60
Yep.
gigabyte, and everybody were like, "What the hell?
So it should be.
No way, you are gonna sell that at that price. That is outrageous."
It should be 400.
Fortunately, there's never been a console that's been released since then that's actually had that price. But again, there's only been the one console that's been released since then.
They're saying
That's the Wii U, in terms of,
428.
like, home consoles now.
$428.
So
That's that's from a Japanese newspaper, and that's like the 440,000 yen, which translates to about $420. But that's probably not going to be the actual price. It'll be a little different than that, I'm sure. Because that's that would probably be the price for Japan, but not here.
Yeah.
because there are things a bit differently here. Sometimes they have certain games that cost like $90 or something.
Yeah, right.
Some of them are like some of them are like those like Japan exclusive games as well. Like, no way would you pay $90 for this game.
Yeah.
Nope. And it's going to have some, or in a report in another like newspaper in Japan, they're going to take advantage of the Sony's acquisition of the Gaikai company to integrate cloud streaming into the overall system's content offering.
Okay.
So who knows if that means like they're going to be streaming games to your system or demos, or how that's going to work.
Yeah, if it's gonna be something like on live or what now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna work now, because like, you know how well On Live did, because they didn't it. I think it's still around though, but didn't it like go for bankrupt or something, or?
Are they still around? Not sure.
I don't know though. I haven't heard anything about it, but I know they were going through some troubling times there a few months back,
Yeah.
and like I think there was a bunch of layoffs, so there was.
But that is,
By the works, I forget.
that is definitely the
I
future of
haven't
gaming.
heard anything follow up from that though.
I think that's the future of gaming. That streaming.
The problem is though, not everyone is going to have a stable connection. Like, there's still people out there that doesn't have like the fast broadband, like some like myself and other people do nowadays. They're still on the typical low end broadband,
Yeah.
and therefore
Dial-up.
they're not going to get the best experience then without their kind of connection. They're going to see like pixelated games, and it's going to stutter here and there, and therefore they're going to screw up at certain points of the game because the connection to the server or whatever is not the best for them, and therefore they're going to get pissed off.
Yeah.
That was the issue I was having with that Witcher 2 demo, with that streaming service that I used.
Yeah.
It kind of froze at spots because the stream wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they'd have to stabilize everybody's connection and, make it work, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe sometime somewhere in the future, but maybe not now. Who knows?
Yeah. Once majority of people have super fast broadband, then I can see it coming into fruition though, but not really now.
Yeah.
But like it's getting into that process now where a lot of people are getting the super fast broadband nowadays, but I still think majority of people are still on the standard broadband.
Exactly.
Speaking,
I don't know if there's anyone still on dial-up.
There might be.
Yeah.
Way out in like the boonies.
We I work for.
Go ahead, Derek. It was going to be a segue there, which I abruptly cut off.
I was going to say, speaking of internet connections, there is a report, another rumor report on Edge about the next Xbox that it says that will require an internet connection to function.
Yeah, so in other words, you basically, even if you want to play a single-player online game, you're basically going to have to be on the internet. So which basically keep an eye on you, so you don't hack the console or whatnot. Even though you still probably get a way around to hacking the console and all that malarkey. And play hacked games and that there, even with the online internet connection.
Yeah, apparently it will require constant broadband connection, block second-hand titles, and ship.
That's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing is it blocks used games.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I know doesn't make a lot of people happy if that's the case. Like I read some of the things that are a bit here though. some of the rumors though, like the internet connection, the used games, and a few other things as well. Was I think it was mentioned.
Mhm.
And I did say on Twitter though, and I stand by it though, if the rumors of those Xbox, if the next Xbox is true, I'm not getting it.
Yeah. It
I'm seriously not getting it.
a little farther down the article though, it says that I think this report came out last year, and analysts said that they do not believe that would be likely for them to block the used games thing. So it would be pretty dumb if they did, in my opinion. But you know,
Yeah.
The fact is though, that a lot of people can't afford $60 games all the time, and they have to wait until a certain price drops, or they find it for a few bucks cheaper as used. Like I do get my fair share of used games, and I know a lot of people out there are the same.
Yeah.
Like, so they are, but there is a few people that mostly just get new releases. But I think you don't get used games whatsoever. Dennis, you pretty much get used new releases.
yeah, I don't get used games, no, not at all.
I can't remember the last
Yeah.
time I bought a used game for 360 or PS3. I bought
don't get
like
them
maybe
as
a
much.
couple, but not many.
Yeah, I don't get them as much now as I used to though, but it still wouldn't irk me though, nonetheless. So, because I like to get this game, but I want to wait on price drop. I'll have to maybe have to wait a few months before it goes down to a cheap enough price to actually get it then.
And games go down in price pretty quick now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the good thing though. Whereas back in the day, you had to wait months on end before they actually went down, or a good few years.
Yep. Mhm.
But now, like usually games come out though in like a matter of months. They're down half price or less.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got Forza Horizon for $15 brand new, and that was out like a month.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I know Dennis
got
got
flipping-
binary domain for $20, and that was out in like what, a week or two.
Yeah,
Yeah, a few weeks. Same way with me. It was like a few weeks or a month or so, and it was like I got it for like £12, £13.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, used games. I don't think the market will disappear, but you know, it's more and more these days. The new games, brand new games, go down in price really, really fast. So,
It depends. So if it doesn't sell very well, it
Yeah.
goes down in price a lot quicker than if it does.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
if it
true.
does.
if it's not Call of Duty, you know,
Yeah, Skyrim is still like full price
Yep.
for a good while.
Yeah.
And I still think it's full price in certain places.
I think so. Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well. And that game's
Yep.
been out over a year.
Mhm.
So, like I said, I just really hope this is not the case. So, like a lot of people really fucking hate constant internet connection. So, you know, the whole DRM thing and out
Mhm.
there. Like I'm not really annoyed by that now, because the fact is, like, I pretty much be connected to the internet all the time now.
Yeah, I'm always connected.
Yeah,
to
me too.
But it's just the thing is, what's it gonna work now? What's gonna happen? Like if you're playing certain, like a single player game, for example, and your internet goes out, what's gonna happen? Do you get kicked off the console or whatnot now? Is your game stop or what?
Probably get kicked out of the
who
game or
knows?
something.
Yeah, and does your game like lose progress or whatnot? That's what I'd like to know.
Mhm.
They have to fix those kind of things,
Mhm.
because if certain things like that happen, then you're gonna get a lot of pissed off people.
Yeah, you know that Diablo 3 was like that.
Yeah, a lot of people pretty much hated that game because the fact is it required a constant online connection, and therefore a lot of people pretty much hate that game and just ignored it pretty much.
Yep. Exactly.
Anyway, that's all for the PS4 and Xbox rumors. We'll probably talk a lot more about the PS4 apparently if it's revealed in in a few weeks' time
Mhm.
once the event's passed. We'll share our thoughts on that process now. Now on to a certain topic that pisses me off,
Yeah.
and I'm sure annoys a lot of people out there as well, is delays. And there was one big delay that annoyed a lot of people this week, which we'll get into in just a few moments.
Yep.
Very
It is.
funny, Derek. The first one is a piece of DLC which I could probably about 10 people at this point even care about in this process, and that is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And the DLC for this, which is actually includes online multiplayer and Wallace Wells' character, has been delayed again. For the fact is that this was supposed to come out last August. It got delayed till, like, pretty much got delayed, and didn't get a release date there until like a few weeks ago. It says, oh, it's coming out start of February, and like a week before it came out, oh, it's delayed again till unknown. I don't think it actually has a date at the moment.
They'll never
though.
come out.
Delayed again, and honestly,
It'll never
Yeah, it
come
was
out.
2 days
tell the
before it was
truth-
supposed to release. They delayed it.
yeah. The thing is, though, I really liked Scott Pilgrim vs. the World game. I really liked that game. That game came out in August 2010. Releasing a piece of DLC that include online multiplayer over 2 years after it comes out, I think stupid.
Yeah.
Like, who cares at this point?
Hmm.
There will be a small number of people would care, but to me that's too little, too late.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna get it though. I honestly think there should have been online multiplayer in this from the get-go. I'm not fucking paying for that privilege. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but I'm not paying
Yeah.
to have something that should have been really in it in the first place.
After delaying it so long, maybe they should make it free now. You know.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah, I think they should have it free. It should be
or free to
anyway.
people that already own the game.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's sell a character for DLC. Give it a price. I don't mind that now. But put the online multiplayer for free.
Exactly.
I know that worked hard on it. That well, actually, not to tell you the truth, they didn't really work hard on it. If it's taken this damn long for it to release. No offense to the developers now, but seriously.
Yep.
And it's done. It was published by Ubisoft. I don't know who developed it now. I forget the studio that did it though, but it was published by Ubisoft. So it's all Ubisoft's fault again. All Ubisoft stuff here and delays. And following on from another one that irked a lot of people, including myself. This game is supposed to come out in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time. A lot of people were really looking forward to this game. It was one of the big Wii U exclusives until late last week. There it was basically saying, yeah, Rayman Legends is coming to Xbox 360 and PS3. And I was like, okay, that's fine. A lot more people are going to get it. Oh, but on the hindsight of that, we're delaying the Wii U version as well to coincide with these releases. Oh, and we're delaying until September. Sorry about that, folks. And I do not get that problem why that's delayed. The game is done. They basically flat out did say the game is done for the Wii U. It was all ready to go, released at the end of February. But no, they're delaying a game that's done for 7 months to coincide with the release for the Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah. It's kind of a dumb delay.
I know they're completely different games though, but the fact is, you're releasing it alongside GTA 5 and who knows what, Lord knows what else during that month. Very smart move, Ubisoft.
Oh, yeah.
Very smart move. You're pretty much sending it to
Yeah,
die
they're killing it.
in the sales department there.
They're killing it.
Same thing with Origins. Origins is a fantastic game, but it got released at a fucking very bad time as well. It got released pretty much in a shit show, released in a storm of releases. It got released near like Assassin's Creed, Revelations, Skyward Sword, Saints Row the Third, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, like Skyrim, Call of Duty. And it didn't sell very well though, but it's a very good game.
Yeah, it's been praised.
But like I said, a lot of people are basically saying they're pissed off at this, so and I can see why. Like, I don't really mind that it's coming out in the other consoles. I'm all for that though. I just do not understand why they have to delay the Wii U version to coincide with these releases, and apparently it has something to do with some stupid policy Microsoft has.
Yeah.
Where if a game is coming out on their console as well, you can't release it on another console before them. It has to be coincide with when it releases. which I think is fucking stupid. So basically, you can blame Ubisoft for the delay and Microsoft apparently, if that policy is true. And I was really looking forward to this game. I had it pre-ordered. Couldn't wait to play this game. Like, I loved Origins. I played the demo of this. Looked just like more of Origins. Couldn't wait. I was like, oh, I guess you're gonna have to play that demo longer, guys, for another 7 months. Oh, but wait a minute.
There's another demo.
Compensation. Yes, that's basically what I was going to get into there, Derek. Oh yeah, there's going to be another demo. So here's another demo for compensation for delay, which it's not worth it. Yeah, you're giving us a demo for a 7-month delay. No, give us the game that we pre-ordered. Whether we want it come at the end of the month rather than having released it 7 months. So basically, it gives you more work for the Ubisoft month pay. Oh god, can you say it, Dennis?
Say what?
Can you say the name of the studio studio?
Montpellier.
Ubisoft Montpellier.
Montpellier, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So they pretty much have to work on this now. Like I don't think it's their fault in this here now. Apparently, it's basically Ubisoft, the publisher side of things.
Yeah, it's the publisher for sure.
Said, yeah, we're delaying this version to coincide with the other releases. So you're going to have to work on those ports as well. Sorry about that, folks. I know you were really looking forward to releasing this game at the end of the month, but oh well. Just going to release it to September now.
Yeah.
Start of the holiday season.
Sadly.
Too bad. And therefore, my Wii U continues to gather dust now because there is nothing out in the next few months that I'd want on that console.
Yeah.
This was the one game that I was really looking forward to getting and playing but I can't play it now until September.
You have to wait.
And unfortunately, I think this is going to affect it in a way as well, because I think by then a lot of people will forget about this game.
Yeah.
It's going to just
sadly
people will forget it that has actually come out. People saying the Wii U's doomed because of this here, because it lost an exclusive. I don't want to go that far.
No, I don't think they're doomed, but you know.
Still got Mario, still got Zelda, Metroid, you name it.
Yeah, still got its franchises. And the fact is, the Wii wasn't that great the first year it came out, did it? It pretty much was a barren wasteland as well. You had like Zelda and that there, and a few other games, like you had WarioWare and Paper Mario, but other than that, most of the crap was most of it was crap the first year or two. And then it picked along its footing for all right then.
Yeah, that's Nintendo.
Yeah. But there's a second demo being released though. I don't know when it's coming out. It'll probably be out soon enough.
Yeah.
But I'm just annoyed at it though. Like I said, don't mind it being released on the other platforms. That's great for more people to play it though, because it was on Rayman Origins was on. I just don't see why the Wii U version has to suffer and has to be delayed because of it. When the game's practically done.
It's probably done completely right by now.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure it was pretty much done. May just have to do feel kinks here and there perhaps, like like bugs and that there perhaps. But I'm pretty much sure the game was done. And therefore you can't release a finished game for another 7 months.
Yep.
I'm just really annoyed at that there. So anyway, moving on to the THQ saga.
Yep. Continues.
I'll let one of yous go with the story because I rambled long enough there in place. So go ahead.
Yeah, well,
I'll go. Just
Okay,
briefly, THQ filed for bankruptcy. They had their auction last week where they're auctioning off studios and their IPs. So now the CEOs have all been terminated. CEO Brian Farrow, President Jason Rubin, and Chief Strategy Officer Jason Kay have all been terminated without cause. They had hoped to, the company had hoped to remain intact, but that is not the case. That's really all there is to say there. And then briefly, with regards to Vigil Games, which was part of THQ, the Crytek USA company that was formed from the ex-Vigil Games developers, actually apparently was formed after just one meeting with those guys. And the most important thing to come out of this story is that they are not pursuing the Darksiders IP. So if there's another Darksiders game, it's not going to be by the guys who did the first two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I kind of already knew that before though, because that was kind of what came out. Yeah, we're new development studio, but they're not going to work on any
Right.
Darksiders IP,
Yep.
which is a shame though.
So they don't plan to purchase the intellectual property rights, which are still up for grabs, and nobody has obtained them.
Nobody gives a shit because the game didn't sell very well too. Considering people buying it.
No,
Yeah,
it's too bad.
I hate that though, because it's one of my favorite franchises that came out the generation now. Like I love both games, so I do, and
I like the second one better than the first one.
yeah, I think I do in certain cases as well. But I know a lot of people prefer the first one though. But I like them both a lot though. The first one's pretty much Zelda, mature Zelda game. Second one still has some of those elements, but it's more of a like you kind of loot heavy game, like your elements of Diablo and games like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a shame. I just really would like to see more of it though. But that's THQ, as they say. Not a great start of the year for them, since they're pretty much dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on to some
video
video game movie news. Dennis, you want to...
Yeah, go ahead with this here. Video game movie news that
Movie
actually I think if our movies are happening, which is a surprise to see.
Yes, one video game movie that is happening is Need for Speed. And Michael Keaton just joined the Need for Speed cast. And it's going to be done by DreamWorks, which is interesting.
Is it animated?
I highly doubt it.
Obviously not.
Nah, DreamWorks does do animated stuff now.
Yeah, they used to do Shrek, right?
Isn't that Steven Spielberg's studio? I think he owns them, doesn't
I
he?
think so. If I'm not, yeah.
I could be completely wrong now. I'll look it up here.
Well, it's going to be featured in the movie alongside Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad and Dominic Cooper from Captain America. He will play a reclusive and eccentric host of an underground supercar race. So, the Need for Speed movie is coming out in a year. It will tell the story of a street racer, Paul, who teams up with an arrogant associate Cooper, only to find himself framed and sent to prison. After leaving the clink, he joins a New York to Los Angeles race to score revenge. So this pretty much sounds like a mix between all the freaking Need for Speed games, I guess. You know, the Need for Speed to Run, probably the New York to Los Angeles race. Then you have the Need for Speed
Underground.
Underground, yeah.
Or Most Wanted. I don't know.
Most Wanted also. So I think they're probably mixing up all the Need for Speed games together to do this movie. So yeah,
Hopefully it doesn't suck like most video game movies.
yeah, the director will be Scott Waugh, who's best known for helming Act of Valor. That
the Call of Duty film.
yeah, the military movie that looked like Call of Duty. So I haven't seen it, but
I watched some of it though, like 30 minutes or so. So yeah, it seemed Call of Duty-esque from what I watched of it.
mm-hmm. So it's coming out February 7th, 2014. So we'll see how it goes next year. And as for Mr. Paul Walker, who is going to star in Fast and Furious 6 this summer, he's going to star in the new Hitman reboot. They're going to reboot Hitman in the theaters, and he will play Agent 47, which I think is a horribly wrong idea.
I know, it's just a really weird cast.
I don't know why they chose Paul Walker, to be quite honest. If we're going with Fast and Furious people, I think Vin Diesel would have been a better Agent 47. or even The Rock would have been a better Agent 47. But who knows? So that's going to happen. Nothing really. Nothing else on. Well, the director will be Alexander Bach, who's going to make his directorial debut. So that is not.
So they're
a good sign.
rebooting the series when there's one movie.
Are there 2 movies?
It sounds kind of weird.
I
Like
think
the Hulk, they did that with the Hulk too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact is, there's been what?
Now there's like
2
3 Hulks now.
There's been 3 different Hulks in the last like 10 years.
Yep.
Hulk actors.
Yep.
There's been Eric Bana, Edward Norton, and flippin' what's his name?
Yeah, the new one.
Guy from Superman.
No, what the fuck's
What's his
his
name?
in Avengers?
I can't remember his name. Ruffalo. Mark
Oh,
Ruffalo.
Oh yeah,
Mark
that's right.
Ruffalo,
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Couldn't think of his name. Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been 3 Hulks, 2 Spider-Man, 3 Superman. So yeah, it's kind of. I guess that's what happens when you reboot a franchise. But yeah, Paul Walker, very bad idea for.
Well, this isn't even a franchise; it's one movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Stupid.
Was there 2 movies? Or is it just one?
No.
Okay.
I think it was just the one.
Yeah, just the
Might have
one.
been a second one, no, but
No.
I haven't heard of a second one. Might have been just one of those really shitty
No,
direct-to-DVD
I
ones
don't
now,
think
but
there
I don't
is.
think there was.
Mm-hmm. So that's your video game movie news for today. And I guess
Ones are actually happening.
yeah, something that's actually happening. Well, we don't know about Hitman. They have a director, but nothing's set in stone, I guess.
Yeah, but Need for Speed one seems to be happening.
Yeah,
though.
Need for Speed's gonna happen for sure. So, I guess I should move on to the next batch of since my name's written there. So some GTA 5 stuff that came up this week. Gamers won't wait for next gen GTA, says Take-Two. So the guys from Take-Two say that GTA 5 will blow everyone away on 360 and PS3. And they say, but possibility of a next-gen GTA 5 not ruled out. So GTA 5 will come out on current generation consoles and might come out on next-gen consoles. So that's kind of weird. Maybe that's the reason for the delay. Who knows? But yeah, they say. What did they say also? They say Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick remained firm that Rockstar's latest game would do absolutely fine on current generation platforms. He says, let's have a little gentleman's bet. Bet there is not one gamer who's going to sit out of Grand Theft Auto 5 hoping that something down the road is going to come along that's better. Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to blow everyone away, and it will be in the market in September. So, saying that nobody's going to sit out Grand Theft Auto waiting, oh, maybe it's going to come out on next gen, who knows, Let's wait and see. So, yeah, I'm pretty much, I think he's right about that. I don't think anybody's going to sit around and wait. So.
No, I don't think there will be one. If they're just releasing it in September now, or just 360 and PS3 and that there, it's like, nah, they're not going to do one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not renowned for, doing, ports or whatever, or like, new versions of the same game for a different console.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except for Bully though, but that wasn't them now, it was a different developer.
Yeah.
The Bully Scholarship Edition though.
Exactly. So other GTA news, Rockstar shot down the GTA 5 delay conspiracy theories. They say all the theories are all nonsense, and there were no ulterior motives for 4-month delay. So everything that everybody was saying. To those of you saying or seeing various conspiracy theories about there being some other ulterior motive for this delay, rest assured that they're all nonsense, the company said. Literally, the only reason we're delaying the release is because we want the game to be as good as it needs to be. So, do you guys believe that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, and then again, like the GTA, like the last GTA game was delayed,
hmm
so it was, and didn't have any reason for it being delayed.
hmm
It was just, I think, probably because it just to fix some things here and there, though, because it probably like didn't have it finished yet or whatever. So I probably could see them really saying, yeah, this will probably just to fix, make it improvement though. But
hmm
the thing is, I really should. The game has to come to PC though.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah,
Like I said, I don't get why they can't have it on PC.
yeah, it's kind of dumb. It's kind of stupid that it's not on PC.
Because the fact is, even though it's completely different people now have it though, the series started out on the PC
Exactly.
and then made its way to consoles. So not to have it on the Origin, the platform it was on originally though, it just kind of feels a bit silly though.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
I don't think it'll be on Wii U now. I'd be surprised if it does, because when,
I
like I
doubt
said
it.
before, we heard this before. You talked about there last week. When's apart from GTA, Chinatown Wars and GTA, the Game Boy ones, well advanced. There's like there were handhelds, but there's never been a GTA game on
Like in the main
console as far
series,
as-
yeah.
main series.
Mhm.
I don't think there is
No, I don't think so.
none at all.
I don't think so. But yeah, the delay. Yeah, maybe it's because they were still working on it. Nobody will ever know, but you know,
Yeah, working on better Mission Friday, hopefully.
hopefully. So I guess other news.
Because if they fix that out and a few other things I had a problem with for, then it'll be brilliant. The game, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm still anticipating it a whole lot. So
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to it though, but I'm not setting my sights up too high now like I did with 4.
Mhm.
It knocked me down a peg or two.
Yeah. So that's it for GTA 5 stuff.
Yes, and finally, just try to go through these moves as quickly as possible. Sorry, because I'm rushing here because I've got to go soon. Hence why I want to start this sooner, Dennis.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm basically going to shit take it. He's going to go on with the Gamer 06 now. I'm going to go on his lateness from now on for the next 6 years. I'm going to be like, fuck you.
Hey, my arms hurt. Okay.
It's sort of big news in terms of being something brought out now. IGN, that the site that everybody loves to hate,
Yeah.
was bought by Denis, that was formerly owned 1UP. Isn't that correct, Derek?
Yeah, IGN and its sister sites, including GameSpy, Ask Men, File Planet, and 1UP, will become part of the Ziff Davis network, which already includes Extreme Tech, PC Magazine, Toolbox.com, and Geek.com. So now they own 1UP again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think some of the 1UP ones went over to IGN, did they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to listen to or look at a lot of stuff on 1UP back during like the 1UP Yours era, with like Garnet Lee and all them guys, Shane Bettenhausen, them when they were all at 1UP. And then they got sold to UGO, I think it was, several years ago. Now they own them again. Ziff Davis owns 1UP again, and IGN.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, IGN. Yeah, I know you. I'm not really a big fan of IGN.
I don't use it
I think
at
that-
all.
No, I just tend to go from time to time, but I don't go like every day now. They're just I'm not. I don't really like. I don't trust. I couldn't trust their reviews for shit.
No. Not at all.
They gave Up in Skyward Sword a 10. They gave Uncharted 3 a 10. There you go. They gave fucking Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball a 9.2.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Really?
That's pretty.
Yeah, they gave God Hand a 3, which is a great game for the PlayStation 2.
Yep. That's
They're just really all over the place in terms of their
sounds
review
like it, yeah.
scores.
yeah. Their reviews are
Yeah.
garbage. Their reviews are literally
Like,
garbage.
Yeah,
One of my
like I still can't get the fact Skyward Sword and Uncharted 3 got 10s. It's like really.
yeah, one of my friends at work lives and dies with IGN reviews. I'm like, what? Really, dude?
Well, I guess I
Kidding me.
suppose there's some people that are like that, yeah.
Even though I don't really go with GameSpot reviews either, though, or anything like that, I'll trust them more than I trust IGN, despite the fact it was GameSpot that with the whole fucking conspiracy behind Jeff Gershman
Yeah.
with his reviewing Keenan Lynch back in '07. But at least the
They give
GameSpot ones.
they gave
they-
Shenmue 6.8,
Yeah.
which pissed people off, and then they changed it.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, because I heard about that though.
Mm.
But that's one of those games that love it or hate it games.
Yeah.
Definitely, love it or hate it. Anyway, and now when Assassin's Creed cuts its ambition co-op mode for Desmond.
Yeah.
So there probably was a co-op mode, but they made way for it for Desmond stuff.
Yeah, they had.
This is for the
trouble.
original Assassin's Creed, right?
Yes, the original Assassin's Creed. They had engine difficulties, and Desmond's storyline meant huge co-op component was cut from the original Assassin's Creed. There was supposed to be co-op in that game, but they cut it to put Desmond's storyline in there. Everything that Desmond did,
So all the Animus stuff was never even in there until
yeah, it was never going to be in there.
the co-op thing failed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that really surprised me. I read the article and I was like, really? Wow, that's really surprising. It's
Because the
crazy.
best stuff in the game is all the Animus stuff, and
Yeah.
how it actually takes place in the present day, and you're going back in time trying to get your memories and stuff.
Yeah. Like Philippe Bergeron,
Huh, interesting.
a guy from there, that guy from
That would be weird though to play from the first gun was have a co-op mode.
yeah,
Like we hearing rumors that the fourth one might have a co-op mode now, but find out that the actual original was
that
meant to have
well,
a co-op mode.
Desmond's pretty gone. Is pretty much gone now. So so they were supposed to do a co-op mode. So
Spoiler, Dennis.
well, yeah. Well, it was kind of known that he was gonna go anyway. So sorry for the spoiler.
Yeah, it was
but
basically the end of his storyline anyway. Well, not really a spoiler though. Well, it's a few months out though. But anyway, if you don't care about Assassin's Creed, I don't think you'd give a rat's ass.
Yeah. But anyway, that was
So the end of 3 was pretty lousy
the
anyway.
end of Desmond. So anyway, moving on.
Moving on, Epic Games closing the possible studios. It's basically ones from 38 Studios, the big huge games, I believe.
Yep.
Bunch of those people.
Yep.
Basically closing it I think it's 6 months after it came into fruition.
Mhm.
And believe they were working on Infinity Blade Dungeons, and it's been put on hold for the time being because of this here. So.
Yep.
There has to be some sort of reason why this is the case.
Yeah.
Has to be. I don't know what it is, but
It basically says, an Epic Studios code posted, in fact, we informed members of Big Huge Games approached Epic last year. We saw the opportunity to have a great group of people while putting them work on a project that needed a team, Sweeney wrote. It was a bold initiative and the possible folks made a gigantic effort, but albeit it wasn't working out for Epic. So it probably just has some maybe, problems between them though. Certain communication problems or whatnot now. The Epic might wanted certain things here done, and the other studio couldn't do it or something, I guess. Therefore, being much a short relationship there
mhm.
at the end of it all. Then, if that's the case,
Yep.
Yeah.
Infinity Blade Dungeons looked interesting though. Anyway, just
Yeah, it looked like a
that.
Diablo style game.
Yeah. Too bad it's been put on hold for the time being, because I would like to try it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely more
Um,
interested in that than the regular Infinity Blade games.
Yeah, I've got both Infinity Blade games. They're fun though, but they're quite repetitive. That's all you do is swipe, evade, swipe, evade,
Yeah.
swipe, swipe, swipe.
Yep.
Bit of sadder note news here. Mass Effect Dragon Age actor Robin Sachs dies at 61.
Yeah.
He was the voice of Saeed in Mass Effect 2 and 3, and the voice of, what's this character's name in?
Dragon Age.
Sir Pertnall or something, isn't it? And
Lord.
Lord Harold Harmont in Dragon Age Origins. Was he a big character? Or was just, I assume he was just some of a
I
minor
think it's like a
character in
minor
Dragon
character.
Age. Yeah.
He's also Admiral Saul Karath in KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. And I went on Wikipedia to see if there was a picture of him, and I seen the picture. It's like, oh, he's Ethan Rayne in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Because that's what I knew him from then. Because I seen the picture of him. Who was a sort of a bit of a recurring character in a few episodes of Buffy. When I like say that's who it was, and he was English as well. He was same as Anthony Head, who's English in that program. And it's just sad to see someone go anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I like this voice anyway. I really liked him in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's pretty much what I would know him for, more than the actual Mass Effect and Dragon Age.
Yeah.
And finally, the last news story here is HMV is closing stores, which is stores here in the UK. HMV may close up to 66 stores over the next 2 months, resulting in 930 employees losing their jobs. While the news is horribly dark, closures are on the smaller end of estimated losses or losses. I presume that's supposed to be spelling mistake there, Polygon. And I basically was talking about this as well. Unfortunately, one of them is mine, near where I live. So I have nowhere to shop now here. There's no, and I mean there's nowhere to shop here now.
Wow, that's crazy.
There's pretty much shit. There's a supermarket. There's a few supermarkets though, but in terms of like you have a general retail store that's like music and all that there. That's it.
Wow.
There's nothing.
So you gotta buy everything online now, huh?
There's no game, there's no fucking... The only thing is the second hand store, which is CEX, which deals with all that stuff, but that's it.
Wow. That sucks.
There's nothing here now. There used to be another one here a while back called Zavi, which was great, but it closed down, and it's all it is nowadays is online, so...
Wasabi.
I just really am annoyed at that there. Just basically posted apologies to customers and staff on the Facebook page. Basically, it'll be an interaction with basically going over the next 2 months though. So I don't know when my store will close though, but hopefully, like Derek said, there might be some sort of closure sale.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, buy up a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you can.
Hopefully there is. Yeah.
Buy everything.
He said that, or either it might be liquidated, or so it might be sold off to someone else and they'll sell it off. Which I hope it's the former.
Yeah.
Be nice if that's the case. I think Game apparently is meant to buy. It says the Irish Times confirmed in January the retailer Game may bid up to 45 HMV stores. So
maybe you'll buy
they might
yours.
So hopefully, I dare here, but hopefully, fingers crossed that one of them would be the one in Uri, and one would be one there and I'll have Game back in Uri then, and it just but basically in another shopping centre. Be nice. I know you have one in Canada,
Yeah,
but
we do.
it's all right.
None here.
So anyway,
Say what?
just getting to the last thing here, though. Hopefully my taxi doesn't arrive now. In the next, I have another 10 minutes, hopefully.
Okay.
So just go through these pretty quickly anyway. Sorry for the rush though, but it's stupid bloody time. Bloody fucking work.
It's work time.
Yeah. Launch dates announced or not. Skylanders Swap Force announced for the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, Wii, 3DS, etc. is coming out in fall 2013. Looks interesting. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC and next gen. Yeah, be on the PS4
Probably,
and like whatever the
most certain.
Xbox is called, 2014. Assassin's Creed 3, The Betrayal and The Redemption on Xbox 360, PS3 and PC come out March 19th and April 23rd respectively.
Yeah.
They're the second and third parts of the whole Tyranny of King Washington
Yeah.
trilogy. I think that one's coming out this week or next week, isn't it? The first
I think
part?
it's coming out. Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they'll release that DLC on a separate disc, and you can just buy that without even having the game.
Yeah,
The
they'll
full
do
game.
that, or they'll have some sort of Assassin's Creed Game of the Year.
Yeah,
edition.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tend to do that. I'll probably wait till all of them are out, maybe, or just hear what the feedback is for the DLC. It sounds interesting though.
Yeah.
But fact is, Assassin's Creed 3 wasn't a fantastic game though, so I'm a bit on the
On
the
the
side of the
fence,
DLC.
I'm interested.
Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge Xbox 360 PS3 April 2nd, which is basically just a Wii U game being ported over to Xbox 360 and PS3, despite the fact that Ninja Gaiden 3 was already on those systems. So it's basically the Wii U version put onto other systems. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, PC 2013. What is this? Dark says. Um, it's done by X. People can fly.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
people can fly.
Developers,
Hmm.
and it's probably some sort of horror game or something.
Yeah, you have to find this kid named Ethan Carter who disappeared in a forest, and you need to find him. You have very minimal clues to find him, so it's kind of a detective horror story kind of type of thing. Looks interesting. Looks very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I seen like the video, like the art style looked pretty nice from the little wee teaser
Yeah.
video. Rayman Legends, which I talked about there earlier, is coming to Xbox 369, PS3, and Wii U, and all are coming out in September 2013.
Yep.
Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault, or is known as over here as Q-Force, is coming to the PS Vita. It got delayed to spring 2013. It was supposed to be out right now, but it's delayed.
Hmm.
I honestly don't get why it's delayed. The one version's delayed. It's basically the same game you're getting on the PS3, so just get the PS3 version. It's not that dear. Guild Wars 2 Flaming Frost, which is pretty much probably like the first sort
DLC.
of like expansion or big
yeah.
content update for Guild Wars 2. It's coming out February 26th, and one of Dennis's favorite games, hopefully maybe this year, probably might be, is the second SimCity beta is coming out in the February 16th, so next
Yeah, I
weekend.
put this down for Derek, so you can still get into beta, Derek. There's going to be a second.
Do I have to re-sign up?
I don't think so. No, if you signed up, they're probably gonna go into the pool of people who signed up and let him go into the beta. I'm guessing that game's coming out soon.
I hope so.
Yep, next month.
Looks great.
Yeah, so there's a fair few releases in March now, and since I have to get going now, so I'm just going to have to rush this thing along. Taxi's waiting.
Alright.
So leave us reviews on iTunes, subscribe to us on iTunes, follow us on Twitter.
Yep.
I am DawM85.
D-Boy Den.
Gigastorm Z.
And you can also follow us on Twitter as well at United Gamedom, and also on our Facebook page, and also on our YouTube page. So thank you very much for joining us this week again, Dennis and Derek.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry about
Thank
the
you.
rush job at the end, but hopefully I'll do this next week now. Hopefully next week now it'll be due to the night I'm off, so we can have all the time in the world again. So anyway, guys, I'll see you all next week. Say, guys, bye, guys.
Bye.